Yes.
Okay, there we go. We're ready. Is Steven alive?
Yup. Am I still lagging?
No.
Yeah, no,
No.
you're good.
You're good now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
To reset the router real quick, so.
Yeah, all good. Hey, welcome back, friends, to D&D. D&D is a fun game.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah.
Do y'all want to start a Kickstarter so we can get funded?
No.
Yeah, we can get funded to make our own animated series. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool to me. I'm not gonna voice a single character in it.
Quite personally, I don't care.
I
Heather,
care
did you-
very much because
did you
I started
see-
listening to Critical Role.
It's fucking great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, campaign 2 is especially like really, really, really great so far. Campaign 1's ending, oof. I'm not gonna say shit, but oof. Yeah, it's been a second since we played some D&D, but D&D is fun, and that's what we're here for. Roll20 is officially... Hold on. Sorry. Roll20 has officially rolled out the update where they killed Fanburst, or Fanburst killed itself. I'm not really sure if this was a homicide or a suicide. Investigators are on the case. However, we currently have no suspects.
Either way, rough.
Yeah, like, Fanburst is gone, and that's where a lot of our music came from, and that really sucks. The great thing about this is that there are a handful of organizations dedicated to making D&D music. I'm actually throwing some of my shit in here.
Guess what?
What?
Our last video didn't get copyright striked.
Well, this won't either, because all of this is copyright-free
it's
music.
Greed. It's all greed.
Yeah.
I hate people.
Okay. Yeah, this is all copyright-free music, so it's going to be great. But there's a handful of organizations that do make royalty-free, copyright-free music that's just free to distribute as much as you want to, and it's specifically made for tabletop games. And so I do want to plug them here, in case anybody does watch these videos. Tabletop Audio is the first one. I'm using pretty much everything in today's session is going to be tabletop audio, but there's also Battle Bards. If you haven't heard of Battle Bards, check them out. Their shit's actually like legitimately good enough to just sit there and listen to. And then there's also Incomptech, who is really just one guy named Kevin MacLeod. And that dude makes more music than any human I've ever seen on this planet. He has like 1,000-something songs in his library. Some of them are pretty like mediocre quality. Some of them are fucking incredible. It's kind of, he has a pretty wide range. But all three of those are what we're using tonight. And I'm actually throwing some of my own shit in here later whenever I finish it. So that's gonna be cool.
Just send me if there's links to it. You tell me which is which, and I'll just put it.
I mean,
in the description.
I won't have links yet. What I'm making 3 separate albums right now, and all 3 of them are free to distribute D&D music. So it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
With that said, without further ado, let us dive in to tonight's episode of. Wait, hold on. So where we last left off, we're gonna get some of this shit in here. Where we last left off, you were in Baldur's Gate. You have equipped yourself to the fucking teeth at this point. I really don't think there's anything left for you to equip. You have some insane
there are
gear.
some minor things that we could put in places.
Yes, there is.
Without being too graphic.
Some minor stuff like pickaxes.
No.
You guys
Well,
talking about
there's
foot
a-
stuff?
There's a pair of boots with Zuma's name on it.
Are you talking about butt plugs, Heather?
No.
Are you talking about enchanted butt plugs? Because they do exist. Anyways, continuing.
I'm talking about like dick rings.
Oh my god.
Why?
Listen, you don't have to enchant the cock ring. That's not.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. Anyways, so you guys have equipped yourself to the teeth. I mean, like, there's nothing left for you to get. Eve here has spent 30,000 gold on healing potions. Yeah, this is a lot. So, for reasons, enchanted cock rings. That should be the name of this episode. Okay. But with that said, you guys have apparently formed some kind of plan, and you are off to do the things that you have set off to do. I would like to know what those things might be.
Before we actually leave the city, we're well, you go ahead, Ara.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, let me find my journal because I have it written down in there.
Let me
Okay.
join my journal.
In the RP chat, me and Oz are gonna make some explosives. Mildfire.
Yes.
Okay.
and I want to take Lily aside and make a spell. Combine 2 spells together. And we can balance that out later.
Okay.
All right, this is that.
Yeah.
You're asking about.
I want to combine Silence and Tiny Huts to incorporate AoE, like, dome of silence, but inside we could talk to each other without people hearing us on the outside.
Okay.
Basically, just soundproof tiny hut.
It's like we can reduce the time or something to balance it out if you want, or the radius. But that's pretty much just all that we're making, because I made sure that she could cast Silence and Tiny Huts. I can't cast Tiny Huts, but I can cast Silence.
I don't have silence prepared.
Mama.
Shh, you can do a long rest
So-
here.
So what is the goal of combining these 2 spells? What are you trying to create?
Think of it like a safe haven for where we can talk war plans.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know there's a spell that already exists like that, right?
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, it's called Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
I don't know what that is.
None of you can cast it.
None of us can
Doesn't
cast
Temple
it
of the
exactly.
Gods do the same thing?
Temple of the Gods is even it's even a higher level than that. Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum is like level 5 or something, I think, and it's basically like you can't hear anything while the people are inside of it. Like if you cast it on yourself and a friend, no one outside the sanctum can hear you.
Well, I mean, I'm wanting to combine it with Tiny Hut because they can't see
Temple of the
to
Gods
it.
is even further into that. You literally create your own like demi-plane for a small amount of time.
But yeah, I don't want
Okay,
people
yeah,
to be
yeah,
able to
this is
see
tough.
through it, or just in case that they could read lips.
Correct.
Hey, we are level 15, right? Just making sure. We
Yes,
didn't
you are
level
level
up.
15. You will
I just wanted to make sure I
probably
was
level
low.
up within the next 3 or 4 sessions, more than
Okay,
likely.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Yeah, Private Sanctum does exactly that.
Yeah, Private Sanctum's really good. It is translucent, but you can just cover it with something else. So
I just want to say, Ara, your audio is coming through like super clean today. So whatever you're doing, keep doing that.
I got an arm and moved my mic closer to my mouth.
yeah, it makes a
Nice.
big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It does.
Welcome to proximity effect.
Yup.
I have
Very
that problem
sexy.
with it being like right up against my
Whenever
mouth.
I'm like way over here, and then I just get a little closer to the mic and get a little bit deeper, and oh. Anyways,
I was gonna say, can we just do like let's just do some ASMR for the rest of the session?
No.
Get us all the views.
D20 to attack the people. Hold on, I have a Yeti. These things are really good for ASMR.
Oh, what have I started?
Roll that dice. Need to hear
Hey,
it.
I'll
Clap.
fucking
Speaking
listen.
of ASMR,
Oh.
all right. So, my healing partner and I in Final Fantasy XIV, we've got audio triggers for whenever she lands like a crit shield,
Oh no.
and we have it set up so that this guy every time that it happens is like, "You like that?" And we giggle so hard every
That's
time it
hilarious.
happens.
That's
That's
awesome.
hilarious.
I love that shit.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
All right, so we are going to continue. We're going to drop the ASMR for now. If you want some ASMR later, you can subscribe to my YouTube and PewDiePie.
Or go to Twitch with all those girls licking the earpieces.
Oh.
That's not what I was going for, but okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of Twitch.
What are you
fails.
guys doing?
Right.
I know.
But,
we
Go
were
ahead.
going to Candlekeep, then to Tin Towns, then to Thunder's Reach, and then to Hill's Far.
mhm.
Right, but before you leave the city, what are you doing
Okay.
first?
Probably the alchemist tools and making the bombs.
Okay, so Oz, are you helping with this?
Oz,
Most definitely.
Oz is the professional in the alchemist kit, which I'm going
Yep.
to take this. I don't know how long this is going to take. A day.
So what were the ingredients that you bought? I know you bought a certain amount of ingredients. How much do you have?
I have a lot. I have 17 things worth.
You have 17 vials worth of mild fire.
Well, that I can make. Yes.
Okay, are you making all of them today?
Is that possible?
Sure.
Okay. We'll try.
Would take you about 6 hours.
Ready to sit down and
Well,
make them?
I don't know. Like the mixing portion of it wouldn't take very long. It'd probably take you about 2.5.
I mean, we've done this a few times.
Yeah, you've done this a couple of times, and the actual like structure itself is not very difficult. You're basically tying together 2 bottles essentially. So, yeah, about 2.5 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna take this also as training time for proficiency and that, because I need that.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
What are you training?
Alchemist tools. I'm helping Oz, but I'm also training.
You have to spend at least 8 hours to gain any bit of training. So.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're doing 2.5 hours here. So 23 and a 25. Well, it's a 25 because you would have advantage because Eve is helping you. So you guys get this done in actually about an hour and a half. You knock that shit out of the park. Easy as pie. Oz, you're like mixing shit over here. You're like a fucking bartender basically, except for with explosives.
Big explosives.
And you guys have I suppose 17
Wildfires.
mildfire bombs, right?
Well, just wildfires. We have to use the wire to combine it with an alchemist fire, which I have 10 of. If he wants to buy 7 more alchemist fires, I'm not against that. To make them actually ignitable.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Sure. Okay. So
Just deduct whatever it would be from my
it's
monies.
300, right?
I think so, yeah. And then yeah, and then like with the roll and stuff, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. It's if you fail to tie bottles together, you're not saving the world. So
Well, that's one way to put it. Okay, I'm going to. Oof. I don't think you actually want to carry these, do you, Oz?
I mean, if I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, I'm usually the one who sticks them inside of things and ignites them anyway.
Well, I meant not all at once, because if you break them while you're on their body, you're going to explode.
Well, I mean, you should probably keep some in the bag of holding.
I'll give you 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
That way.
That's smart. That's just. I mean, you're just hedging your bets there. That's just smart.
Because I don't want you to blow up.
It's very sweet of you.
Mainly because I don't want to be in that proximity.
That's the extent of Oz and Eve's relationship. She just doesn't want him to blow up.
While they're doing this, can I buy 2 enchantment crusted bowls?
I
I don't want to haggle or anything. They're just 1,000 GP.
I am going to ask for an investigation check on this one.
Alright.
Inazuma is helping.
I was okay.
17. Yeah, I'll say sure.
Alright, cool. Thanks.
I would be busy.
Tonight, the part of Inazuma would be played by Eve.
Well,
Oh, I had to catch it real quick.
You
I
just
was
sit there and
literally
look
about
pretty,
to
Sam.
say something, and then
Sorry.
Sam, you just sit there and look pretty, bud.
Okay, minus.
thank you. Wait, see me?
Always.
What kind of spells can you cast, Sam, for Inazuma?
Me?
Yes, you.
I can I think I can cast locate object, pass without a trace, hunter's mark, cure wounds, detect magic, and conjure barrage.
Do you need any particular materials for them?
I don't think so.
I do have some scrolls of pass without a trace, so we're good on that.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make sure there's no material cost that you need for that.
Excuse me.
No, most of my stuff I can find in the environment.
Okay.
Parker Hush.
making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Spell stuff. What are you guys doing with spell stuff?
Well,
I don't know if you're gonna try to combine a spell or what. I don't know what you're doing with that.
you're alright with trying since we can't cast anything that high?
Sure. I don't have silence though, so.
I can supplement that. Think of it like the helping bird.
Wait. Hold on, because. Well, okay, so. There's Tiny Hut. Tiny Hut says that no magical effects. Where is that at? The creatures, spells, and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So couldn't we just theoretically just cast silence around the dome? Like you step outside, cast silence around the dome, and then just walk in.
That could work.
That fixes it right there.
Okay. That's fine with me. I would go for the other path, but I don't want them to actually see us. And I figured we'd want something like.
Well, they can't see
so
in.
we could talk.
Yeah, they can't see in. No, you can't see through Tiny Hut.
I know.
Yeah.
But I
it
was
is
talking
opaque.
about the other spell that you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum you can see through, but I mean, Tiny Hut they can hear you.
I mean,
That's fine.
alternatively, I can also just cast Temple of the Gods.
Yeah, it's a high level spell though.
It is, but I mean,
Mhm.
But Tiny Hut doesn't. You could do a ritual
yes.
and not waste a spell slot.
But if we're gonna take a long rest, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's super visible, but
Huh.
ain't nobody getting in.
I just cast a spell magic because it's a third level spell.
Does that work on this?
Yeah, 100%. Can absolutely dispel Tiny Hut.
Oh no, the Tiny Hut, yeah, but you can't dispel.
You can
Temple of the
dispel Temple
Gods.
of the Gods as well.
It can't be dispelled by Dispel Magic, and anti-magic
Does it
field has
specify
no
that?
effect on it. Yep, a disintegrate spell destroys the temple instantly.
Oh, disintegrate. Okay. It's Magnificent Mansion that you can dispel magic on. All right, so
Alright, that works. I was thinking about that and I was like, maybe we should make
Yeah,
a spell.
The only condition is I can't cast both of them.
Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make a spell all its own that you could cast.
Oh, I mean, we can try, I guess.
So you want to create a tiny hut that you can't hear outside of.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me. Why must you do this to your DM?
I'm sorry.
Wise men say only fools jump in. Okay. I'm gonna say both of you roll me an Arcana. And I want you also to both roll me just a general spellcasting ability check.
Which is charisma and wisdom.
For you, yeah.
Can I
Charisma.
guidance the first Arcana check?
I will say yes.
Oh
Okay.
shit, no.
Why
24 and a nat 1.
25.
do...
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind, okay.
Yep. Wow, this is great.
Oh my gosh.
You succeed on the Arcana. I don't, and I get the.
That's literally reversed.
Oh god.
You beat the DC. You actually meet the DC. You don't even beat it. You meet the DC.
Oh my god.
Your average on this is a 14.5. This is a 4th level spell, and so the DC on this was 14. All right. I'm gonna say that as long as Eve is there, you can choose to cast a tiny hut by spending a 4th level spell slot, but Eve has to be within 300 feet of you to do this, and you cannot hear outside of that tiny hut that you've created.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of for her to be able to like steer the magic a little bit. And then Lily is doing the actual casting.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Do we need to write that down?
I will say any sorcerer will be sufficient for this, as long as they are of an acceptable level.
Acceptable level.
Yeah, any sorcerer.
So
not just
300 feet, did you say?
Yeah, 300 feet.
Yeah.
It is literally just a 4th level version of Tiny Hut that you cannot hear outside of.
I'm just gonna put the text for Tiny Hut in it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just add the like modified version, like at the top or bottom.
I am. I don't have anything else.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't think I have anything else either. Unless you guys can think of something.
I don't know that we want to do it right now, but we did talk about using Chandical to transport these souls.
Yup. Is that something you guys want to try? Where are you transporting the souls?
Yeah, exactly. Oz needs books.
Oh yeah. You were gonna go talk to Chandical, and Lily was gonna join you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, I was going to talk to Jurgal and see if he could do it, but I feel having Chandical have his hands in it would be smarter, being as doorway.
Yeah, I just remember that happening. Yeah. Right. We did talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's probably better to do it here.
Cool. Let's find the Temple of Chandical.
Chandical.
At least he's like the neutral of neutrals in.
I'm pretty sure Chandicul's he's like true neutral. Like
he's the truest one there.
Yeah, he's kind of chaotic noodle. Hold on.
Chaotic noodle.
That's a chaotic noodle there. Hey.
Oh man, death is on the way for me.
That's so good.
Death is on the way.
That's the name of our campaign, Chaotic Noodle.
Chaotic Noodle.
Yep.
Don't forget to add in good times.
Wait, no, it's gonna be a new restaurant one day.
Yeah, I could
The
totally.
D&D themed restaurant.
D&D themed restaurant.
I could totally do that.
You have to roll for your price.
Jesus Christ.
That would be horrible.
Christ alive.
I don't know anymore. So yeah, you find a Temple of Chandical pretty easily, honestly, and inside is, of course, everyone's just stoned out of their minds. I mean, this is a Temple of Chandical. Like, what else are you gonna do? People join this religion
everywhere.
Right, there's magic meat everywhere. At one point you see some dude like drinking this like weird blue liquid, and as he's drinking it, like his face is kind of turning blue for a minute, and then it fades back, and he's like, yeah man, it's good stuff. Just all sorts of weird stuff. And this is a big temple, so
Luna, don't eat anything they give you.
I don't think it affects them.
Okay. And
she can't eat anything anyway. It's like
I don't poop.
Is that information that Oz that Oz would know?
She's stated several times that she cannot poop.
That doesn't mean she can't eat.
Oz has mentioned that she's not living. Or
doesn't mean she can't eat. Zombies eat.
Skeletons don't.
All right. Well, Lily just mentioned that in character, so now you know.
So, as you approach the priest, the obvious priest, he's obvious because he's the only one that has sandals on. Everyone else is barefooted.
They're all naked. This is the only guy with sandals.
Nearly, they're all nearly naked. They're not far from it. Like imagine the cleanest hippie camp you've ever been to, and
See,
that
I
is
imagine
essentially.
that in when they go see the yak in Zootopia, that's what I envision.
Yeah, it's pretty similar actually. Yes, that's the Temple of Chanticleer.
Hey, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So the priest kind of turned. Hey guys, y'all got some business?
Yeah, I need to talk to the big guy.
Big guy, like. There's a couple of big
like Sean, like Sean, like Sean.
Oh, yeah.
You worship?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Big guy. All right.
Yeah,
let me just.
No, I get it.
Yeah. No. He like just stares into space for a minute. Yeah. Right.
Can I slap him?
Nope.
Damn it.
He'll get it.
Okay. Yeah. He gets up, kind of walks over to this little pensive. Takes like a little vial of water and he pours it in his hand and he walks up and he's like, hey, just he's right here, man. You just gotta talk to him. Oh, you gotta have some of this. And he pulls out like this he pulls out a different kind of what's obviously magic meat now. He's like, here you go, man. You need some of that. You gotta let it set in first.
So I just need to eat the meat, right? I don't really need your hand water.
Yeah, you really just need to eat the meat. You're good.
Why don't you just try praying to him? I'm confused.
Because that's not how it works here, Haley. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah.
Lily's just got like a concerned expression on her face.
Yeah, like praying's cool, but have you ever ate magic meat?
Yeah, once.
Also,
I
we
just
really
gotta
gotta stop
understand.
calling it magic meat.
Listen, life is pretty chill, and it gets a lot better once you've got Chanticleer's meat in your mouth.
No. Right on that right now.
No, I like to imagine that this is actually just something that Oz imagined in his head, and he suddenly snaps back to reality and is like already chewing on the meat. He's like, oh yeah.
Why don't you just call it chill meat?
Because that's a stupid name. Uh-oh, who left? Oh,
I guess.
there he goes.
Uh-oh.
There goes his internet.
What?
No, the Ozster.
Wah wah.
I just read Holy Aura as Haruka's aura, and I was like, wait, hold on, what?
Huh. Hey, he's back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so you take the meat, chewing up the meat. It's pretty good. It's chicken. It's ooh, and then it hits, and now you're seeing colors, and you're tasting smells, and you're hearing rainbows, man.
Like that scene from Doctor Strange.
Even more.
Just to fuck with him,
it's some shit.
I do prestidigitation and thaumaturgy at once.
Oof.
Oh my
Why would you do that? Why would you do that to somebody that's tripping balls? That's
Because
not
I
what you
want
do to
to.
people.
That's
All right,
what
well,
you gotta
Eve
do.
gets 24 evil points.
He wanted to go tripping balls.
Oz, after you sit there for a moment, kind of like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm sure Oz has probably done some pretty crazy drugs in his time, but
Oh, for sure.
but this is a little different. You're not even high. You're fully aware of what's going on right now, and you are spinning through the universe, and you're like, all right. And then you see him. He kind of is just like sitting there on a stump, and you're kind of floating around him in circles a little bit. And he's just on a stump in the center of this galaxy. And he's smoking a pipe, and he's, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, guy.
Come on, I'm gonna bring you down a little bit. You're going a little too fast for me, my dude. And he kind of just like grabs your leg and lowers you down onto the stump next to him. You guys are like watching the universe spin around you on this tree stump.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's pretty great, dude. I like hanging out here. It's a pretty chill place. What's got you visiting here?
Is it just him there?
Yeah, it's just him, and you are all watching Oz just kind of staring off into space.
Okay.
We need to use one of your doorways. That's a thing you do, right? You have doorways?
Yeah, man. I got doors on doors, dude.
Doors for days.
Yeah, doors for days. Everyone you sacrifice, 2 more pop up. That's how this works.
Whoa.
It's
like Hydra door.
Yeah, like pretty cool, man. So what kind of door are you looking for? I got all the doors. Oh yeah. Focus.
I need a door that's gonna fit like a lot of souls.
Oh,
we need to take a bunch from here and take them to not here.
The universe stops spinning for a moment. And he just kind of turns and looks at you, and his like normal chill self is really serious right now. So you're asking for a smuggling route,
so to speak. We've already got the souls. We got them from the Temple of the Silent Hand.
All right.
We took them from them because they were going to sacrifice them.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they don't have bodies anymore.
What are you thinking about doing with them?
Well, when I was on the seas, you know how I do.
Yeah. No!
God damn it!
No! Side note, this music's really good.
It is.
Yeah, I'm a fan. This is from Tabletop Audio. Yeah.
Listen to the beautiful chill music while we watch this GIF.
I think I could do with being like a smidge louder.
You can turn it up.
Yeah, mine's at max.
Oh.
I don't have mine that loud for reasons.
Yeah, we'll just wait till he gets back, because this is actually a pretty important scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we all at the temple, by the way?
Yeah, you are all in that temple of Chandakul,
Okay.
I'm assuming, if you want to be.
Yeah, well, Zuma he's in the corner, and he's turned his ensemble to match the interior of the room, and he's just sitting there just like camouflaged.
Yeah, and you've got it blending in pretty well, actually. It's a clever use of that. I didn't think about that. Glamour leather can be good camouflage.
I'm Snake.
What the fuck?
Snake eater.
Need a mask? Oh wait, you already have a mask on.
I do have one.
Yeah, he's got a.
It's not magical.
So you like to play Castlevania? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we'll wait.
That's fine.
Oh, gasp.
Okay, like I'm having some serious internet issues tonight. I'll
It's
try and figure out when we take a break.
Huh?
I'll try and figure them out more once we actually get to a break.
That's fine.
We can take a break after the scene.
Yeah. So you and Chandakul are sitting there, and he's just asked you what you're gonna do with those souls.
Well, I was working with Warforged, and they're essentially like husks with souls inside of them. At least how I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. They can, like... They're pretty much souls, you know?
If we can take these souls to the place where the Warforged are from...
Oh.
And use some empty bodies?
You want to give these people a second chance, don't you?
I mean, it seems like the right thing to do.
Damn. All right.
I know, not usually my forte, but...
Not usually your forte. I'll help you with this one, man. I'll help you with this one. and the universe starts spinning slowly. It's not spinning nearly as fast as it was before, and you can watch as supernovas explode in the distance, and quasars give off like faint, super weird light shows. Do you have any idea what's coming, man? Have you guys figured anything out yet?
I mean, I know Lily and Eve are kind of the brains of the operation. They know a lot more than I do. I just know that some serious shit's going down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about to get bad. I've been hanging here waiting for it.
So one other thing, you can like see other planes, right?
I can visit them.
Okay, well when we visited Hell, don't know if you saw that. We had a friend there that we kind of lost. I told her I would save her, and I don't know how to find her.
What's her name?
Scylla?
Yep.
Scylla, huh?
I don't have a last name.
He takes his pipe and he lights up his pipe, gets it really, really hot, and then just takes this big, huge inhale and just exhales it. And you can see in the smoke little star, and he just kind of moves a little bit of it around with his fingers, and then a picture starts to form. And you see the face of your friend that you lost, Scylla. Bound and determined, she looks not angry, but in charge, stoic almost. There is a feathered hat on her head. She's wearing a nice button-up vest, complete with a saber at her side. And as the picture zooms out, you see she's actually at the helm of a massive ship, a huge galley. But there's something different about it. This isn't a normal galley. The sails are wrong. They're sideways, and they're glowing. And at the bottom of the ship, now that this picture pans out a little bit more, you can see there is no water, but an endless ocean of stars. You can see the crew around her, and as the picture zooms out even more, you can see there are other ships following hers. I'd say she's doing pretty well for herself.
That brought a goddamn tear to my eye.
Scylla is a pirate captain in Limbo.
And she's got a fucking army.
She does.
She's got an armada.
You have met a handful of people from this particular race that is surrounding her, and it's almost exclusively them. You see a couple of humans here and there, but they are Githyanki.
Githyanki were the ones that were against Azekil, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
don't know that. You don't know that.
No, that was me asking out of character.
Out of character, yeah.
Okay,
I know out of character what that is. I just learned about those.
Yep.
Yep,
they are cool race.
They were mentioned during the one shot.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, he kind of waves the smoke away a little bit. She's in Limbo, and it looks like she's done pretty well for herself.
Good.
All right. So there's some stuff that's coming up, and I'm a little worried about y'all. Just a little bit. You've taken care of yourself so far, but I want you to take care of your friends for me. And he pulls out this little trinket. It's just a little tiny necklace with a little bit of leather, a leather strap. He drops it in your hand. He's like, "That's gonna be important later. You should hold on to it."
What is it?
Can't tell you, because it violates some kind of rule, and they told me I shouldn't blab. But it's totally important, all right?
Should you even be giving it to me?
No. But
Nice.
breaking some of their rules, the council isn't all-knowing. We're gods. We're not, gods.
I mean, we're basically gods.
Oh, you should never say that, my friend.
Famous last words.
Famous last word. He's like, kind of staring off now, and the universe is starting to spin up a little bit faster, and this galaxy around you is rotating even more. And he points to one particular spot, and he goes, "That's where it all started. This whole debacle, this whole thing, about, I'd say, 7,000-8,000 years ago."
Wait, like this whole thing, like time, or this whole thing,
No.
like Ezekiel?
This whole thing, like Ezekiel. Y'all gotta be careful. Ezekiel isn't. Shakes his head. He ain't shit.
Yeah, we know there's something bigger.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Who
Do you
knows
know
what's gonna
anything-
happen?
Do you know anything about the dreadnought?
He just kind of nods a little bit. Yeah, I do.
What is it? How do we prepare for that? I mean, these souls that we have, we're going to be sacrificed to summon it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you do prepare for it. The dreadnought. It's something else. It's something
Is it
beyond
something
me.
I can jump on?
I'd say you probably can.
I'll do that.
And it's beyond me. It's beyond you. It's, I mean, beyond a lot of us, really. I don't recommend letting them finish that summoning.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
You need a portal to Eberron, my friend.
Yeah.
He takes a key out of his pocket and he hands it to you. There's a spot I've got tucked hidden away. It's not too far from Waterdeep. It's in a place that might be kind of familiar to you. You ever heard of Oakhurst?
Yeah.
I figured. Head there. Talk to the innkeep. Show him this key. He'll let you in.
Okay.
Does Zuma hear this?
No.
Nope.
Take it.
You know, I mean, Chandakul, there's one thing that you should know before I get pulled out of this, because obviously my time here is probably running out.
Yeah. What
But,
should I know?
Only Oz can kill Oz. So I'm not worried about any dreadnoughts.
I hope that's right. But just be careful, because I think there's two of you. And then the vision fades, and you're standing back in the temple.
I still have the key and the necklace.
Yes, they are both still in your hand.
Well, I know how we can move the souls.
How?
We need to go back to Oakhurst. That's where we started, isn't it?
It is. That was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first. Well, you started in Waterdeep.
Always
But-
the first.
I say we save that.
Oh yeah,
But
that is not.
we
That's
save
not
that
happening right now.
last after we get the rest of the souls out of their hands.
Uh,
Which is
yeah.
Crevice, which isn't too far.
Yeah.
I would actually say we should do that before we go get the other souls. If we can travel back and forth freely, that is. Because if for some reason something goes wrong and we lose what we have.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. It's like
But
with the bank, you want to make a deposit of what you have.
Yeah.
here's the problem. Did you ask him if it was a one-way trip or a multi-trip?
Well, I mean, I have a key.
Yes, but it could literally be destroyed as soon as you use it. Whatever you have.
I
to
guess
do.
I'll go alone.
Or, and hear me out, if it is destroyed on use, it'd probably better to send well, Eve, can you cast
I have
plane shift without the use of your cube?
Let me look. just yet, but I'm about to be able to. It's on my list of learning things.
Well, depending on when we go, you could send myself to find something to attune there so that we may cast plane shift and then we can come back. And then we can travel freely.
I take out my cube and I point to the blank slot. I could still attune one thing to it.
Is that how that works?
You can, yes.
Oh.
You have to attune to it though, and that is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Takes an extensive period of time spent in that plane.
What does the necklace that Chandical look like? Is there a pendant or anything, or is it just like a leather strap with something on it?
There's a little. It's just like a leather strap, and at the end there is a dodecahedron.
Okay.
As a note, Lily has unattuned to a ring of mind shielding.
Okay.
And attuned to the riddle amulet.
Okay.
Oz drops the key into his bag and then ties the necklace around his neck.
Gotcha.
Make sure that stays.
Bless you.
Can I see that key real quick?
You see with your eyes, not your hands.
Well, my hands are about to go inside your outfit. I'm going to show you a place to put it.
What?
At least buy me dinner first.
I always buy you dinner. I always find you a home.
I don't ask you to. It's just polite. Yeah, but Oz shows her the key.
Okay, and I show him where to put it, and then suggest a secondary spot that he switches out with.
If it's in my butt, I'm not putting it there.
No. No. No.
Not falling for that again.
Oh, why would you think butt?
People hide stuff in their butt all the time. Haven't you ever been to prison?
No. Mainly because I try to stay out of there.
I've been to prison, and I can tell you right now that people do indeed hide stuff up their butt all the time. Sometimes those things are cigarettes.
Sometimes they are not cigarettes.
Sometimes they are not cigarettes. All right, so sometimes they're cell phones. So, we're just going in right now tonight. All right, so you've got your key, you've got your pendant. Is there anything else anyone is doing before you leave for wherever you're leaving for? Because I'm assuming it's CandleKeep.
Yeah. I want to stop by the. Lily wants to stop by the Temple of Saloon.
Okay. Stop by the Temple of Saloon. It's huge, splendorous, looks awesome. The priest. Not so much. Dude has obviously not bathed in about 6 weeks.
Oh god.
Yeah, stinks really bad. It's he's kind of like a scraggly old guy, really, really, really thin and gaunt. He walks up. You look like a follower of Saloon.
Why have you not bathed?
I'm on strike.
Why?
No baths till they fix this. And he turns around and points at a statue, and the statue's nose is just slightly cracked.
We could totally do that.
Lily walks up and casts mending on it.
I hope.
It doesn't fix it.
Oh damn it.
What?
Yeah, you think we didn't try that? You fucking
All right. Have you tried like
mold earth?
Yeah.
It's a curse. It's a curse.
Oh, it's like, why didn't you say that earlier?
Because I thought you were smart enough.
I mean, it was a crack.
He like
Place the
rubs the
curse.
bridge of his nose. I'm being ornery. All right, it's a curse.
Do you not have anyone that can cast the spell curse?
We do, and it's not going away.
Probably not a curse then, bud.
I think I would know a curse when I saw one.
Lily casts detect magic.
Okay, there's illusion magic there.
Oh my god.
Lily casts a spell magic.
It dispels it. His jaw drops. What? How? What? How?
Oh my
What'd
god.
I
you
thought
do?
she was smart enough to realize it was illusion magic.
Oh my
Wait, what?
god. Oh my god. The simplest spell in the world.
Lily, what's your Lily, what's your passive perception?
17.
Yeah, okay, you rolled a 12. Off in the corner of your eye, off in your peripheral vision, you see one of the acolytes just really struggling not to die of laughter.
Lily, hold on. Lily points at him. Oh, I don't have that anymore. You know what? No, she's totally gonna do this. She's gonna cast Sending, still looking at this old guy, and say, "It's not very nice to play tricks, you know, especially when he smells this bad."
And that was through sending or message? I'm sorry.
Through Sending.
Sending, okay. You get back. I know, but it's been hilarious.
Does prestidigitation clean people? Is that something that happens?
Yeah, it can clean people like soap.
You have to get in there.
I don't have to touch it. I just.
Dude, could you imagine dental stuff with prestidigitation? You just instantly floss and like brush your teeth in the snap of a finger. Fuck, hold on, I gotta go make magic
would totally
real.
do that.
Lily would absolutely already be doing
Would
that.
that work
Anyway.
bowel movements?
Oh god, can you like get rid of poo? I think it has to be like outside.
Like the Family Guy episode where they're in the future?
Yeah. All of our poo just gets teleported out of us.
Yeah, Lily just cast prestidigitation on the guy.
Okay. Clean.
All right.
No! Wait, you fixed it.
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
All right. Thank you.
Next time.
Oh, smell better. God. Oh.
Detect magic's really helpful.
Well. He like pushes some of his hair that's like just barely past his ears, just like behind one ear. Just, yeah, yes. Now, why are you here?
I came to commune a saloon.
Sure. Go ahead.
Just for I'm gonna borrow the.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right. So
Yep.
Lily walks up. I guess it's like an altar, right?
Yeah, there's an altar to the moon there, and there is a small jar on it. You've seen these jars before. They contain basically the essence of moonlight within them. They give off this like really, really, really soft glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, first off, I don't remember if I did this. Did I use the researcher feat to see if I could find out anything on Shar?
Yeah, and you couldn't.
Okay. All right then. At least this. All right. They like gets down on her knees and like puts her hands on her lap, closes her eyes, and in her head says, "Saloon, Mother Saloon."
Yes.
A couple things. First off, I was wondering if there was anything you needed from me before we go take care of a bunch of things.
No.
Okay.
I need you to go to CandleKeep.
That's where we were headed next.
I know.
Right, of course you
Talk with the scholar.
What scholar?
The Arcanoloth.
Oh, what's his name?
Sigil.
Yeah, Sigil.
I call him Fluffy
All right.
Buddy.
And second off, I was wondering if there was anything I could do to help with your search in any way.
I don't believe so. It has been contained.
Right?
Huh?
Did you find the answers you needed to?
No. But there are forces at work stronger than you and I.
Oh, that's disheartening. Alright. Thank you, I will do just that. And,
Thank you. Be careful.
Lily gets up and walks back. Alright, I'm ready.
Thor chimes in, and Zuma's head is just, I know you're not really connected to any of this, but I just wanted to chime in and say I support you. Thank you.
Thank you. And your bow, I have to say, whoever made it was a wonderful craftsman, woman, person.
Well, thank you. I made it.
I wanted to...
Out of a giant's rib bone.
Oh, interesting. Well,
in hell. With Mjolnir.
Well. Oh.
While drunk.
So
Damn.
This was due to you being drunk.
Yes.
So what would happen if you had been sober?
I probably wouldn't have made a bow. I
But
probably
if
would have
you-
made a better hammer.
Oh. Right. Well, thank you anyway.
Use it well.
It's done me
pretty
very
powerful.
well, and I thank you for it.
I mean, don't thank me, thank you. It was inside of you all along.
Oh,
Or something, I think.
right.
I'm not good at this.
It's me neither. But
Yeah, just go shoot things.
that's exactly what I've been trained to do my entire life. And
Well, it seems like that's the right training for you.
yes, it almost seems like
Except
it
at the
was
beginning of this
divine.
image-
It was almost like divine. Predetermined.
Predetermination?
what?
No.
Yes.
I didn't have any hand in this, unfortunately. I can't claim
I
credit for
wanted
that.
to ask you: did you hit me in the head with a hammer?
I did.
Oh, I thought you just teleported me.
No, I hit you. I hit you. You were
Wouldn't that have killed me?
well, not if I hit softly.
See, Well.
you hit him hard enough to make it lose his memory.
I had to knock you out a little bit. The teleportation. I'm not good at it, and well, it's not pleasant. So. Yeah.
By the way, is there a temple dedicated to you, or
There's
you're
a
the only
few.
one? Oh, okay.
There's a few. People don't do the whole worship thing for me very often, and I kind of it's a mutual respect.
I see. Well, just curious. Are there any around or nearby?
Probably. Where are you at? Baldur's Gate? I think they built one for me there at one point. I haven't checked in on that one in a long time, though.
Well, maybe I'll go see what's going on. See if they're keeping it up. But
Yeah,
if they
drop them
are-
a visit. Tell I don't remember his name. Tell the guy that I said hi. You'll know who he is.
Well, listen. I also wanted to say, I no longer resent you for taking me away.
Wait, you resented? Oh,
I did. You took me away at a
Oh.
very vital moment, and
you
I
were
think
going to die.
I know, and I accept that now. I think I was in
Oh, okay.
denial when I first, did that. I was angry because you took me away, but if it did keep me alive, then I thank you graciously, and I hope to return and, take care of my business. But thank you again for saving me.
Well, that's kind of what we were supposed to do. They told me to do it, so I did it. Well, yeah, the council.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
the council.
Yeah. prophecy and all that stuff. You'll find out sometime, maybe when you're older.
Older, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Like
pretty young
right now.
for an
You're older
elf.
now.
I know that. I took a potion. It made me older.
Well, you're older now as well than you were when I said you were older, because time is linear.
Right.
Yeah.
Linear.
Yeah, sort of.
Anyway, well, thank you again, Lord Thor, or how do you?
No. Let's not do that. It's just Thor. It's just Thor.
Just Thor, right?
Yep, just Thor.
One more question before I leave. There is a pair of boots that I believe would complement the skill sets that you have given me, but I don't know if it will or not. You see, you're more of power than of speed and finesse, but
Right.
I feel like these boots would fit me well.
I mean, perhaps go for it.
They make
I think I know the boots you're talking about. I'm pretty sure Hermes made them, and I think old Daggled has them. That guy.
Daggle, right?
Daggled, Neverember. Yeah, you should kill that. You should kill that dude.
Did he screw up? Is he a bad guy?
He's not a great guy. He's not a great guy.
Well, I think your bow would like to do that very much.
You go for it. You go for it. Consider it a free pass on murder.
Nice. Well, thank you again, Thor, and I will check in on your temple.
Thank you, Inazuma. Go kill that guy and take his stuff.
Right.
Let's not say we did. That's the Lord of everywhere.
By the way, I was saying this stuff all out loud.
Oh dear.
I was not being discreet at all.
God.
Lily's just like raising an eyebrow at you.
Oh, hey everyone. Yeah. Just talking to my deity. Before we leave, do you mind if I try to find his temple? I kind of want to pay my respects and see if they're keeping up with his,
sure,
place of worship.
It
won't take very long.
Queen temple.
Yeah, I actually, Oz, did you have that amulet before?
Pretty sure we saw him put it on.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, before when? Like before this very moment, or before like?
Before you went into that trance.
Before you put it on.
I mean, not. Some would say it's always been with me, but in a physical sense, no.
Huh?
No, I did not have it before today.
Oh, what is it?
It's a piece of leather with some little doodad on it.
All right.
I don't know. Shonda Cool said it was going to be important.
Did he
Just
tell
put
you what
it
it
next
does?
to my other.
Uh-oh.
Nope. He's.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there it goes.
Uh-oh.
This is the big sad.
No. It's fine. It's great.
It's okay.
I could try casting Identify on it if you'd like.
No, I feel like I'll know when to use it.
All right. And so I suppose from here we proceed to CandleKeep.
Nope.
What?
Temple of
Thor.
Thor.
And then I said as long as I get
Thor.
to go to the Raven Queen temple.
Okay. So you stop by the Temple of Thor. Takes you a while to find it. You guys have spent an entire day in another whole day in Baldur's Gate at this point. Temple of Thor, Baldur's Gate, not the best temple you have ever seen. It's kind of in a rundown portion of the temple district, and yeah, like it doesn't look real great. You walk in and there's a dude kind of sitting there. He's drinking at a wooden table. It's not much of a temple. It's just kind of like a large box, really. And he looks over at you. What the fuck you doing here?
Well, I was gonna check up on my lord's temple, but it seems like it's not being taken care of.
Oh Christ! You're a Thor worshipper.
Not
Me
a
too.
worshiper, more of a chosen, actually.
Chosen. Yeah.
And
right.
I take out my bow and I show it to him.
Because he looks at your bow. That's a pretty bow, I guess.
This is Thor's bow. You know that, right?
And his eyes kind of pop open and wait. He turns around and he like digs a book out of a like fucking dusty, moldy shelf. Flips through a little bit. Motherfucker.
Don't forget the quiver.
It is.
Oh, and this quiver I have, it is also his.
So you're telling me that you have the Stormlord's bow and quiver?
Yes.
Well, fucking hell.
I was even hit in the head by Mjolnir.
Are you gonna bring back the Thor religion? Are you gonna bring back Thor worshippers? Is that what we're doing?
No, just more or less just wanted to check in on his temple, and
I'm the only one here.
I just talked with him, and he just wanted me to check in.
All right.
Say hello.
He said to say hello, and to see the guy. He didn't remember your name. Sorry.
Of course he didn't. No, that's no big deal.
But to let you know, he's still around, and he's still he exists.
He raises a glass to you and downs the contents. Pulls out this hammer that's shaped like Mjolnir and just smashes the glass. He goes, "And I'll drink to him."
Well, nice. Anyway,
if he ever wants to stop by, I'm always here. We're a bit low on, God's stuff.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to put in a good word. And I flip him, you know what? I'll make a big donation. I take out a small cloth and I wrap it up and I give him 1,000 gold.
Okay, 1,000 gold. I will minus that off your sheet. Thingy.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Consider this
you could
for upgrade.
3,000. No kidding.
Well, not that generous.
Okay. Alright.
So I lay the bag on there and I say, so there's this gold here. You can take it. Use it to improve the temple. I really don't care. I just felt like I needed to help out the cause.
He takes the bag, looks into it, goes, I'm gonna put this one away for now. He comes back. Well, at least we'll have some funds.
Right.
Ignore the guidance on that.
I appreciate it.
Well, what did you say your name was?
Jakaris.
Karis. I am Inazuma. It's very nice to meet you. Shake his hand.
Raises a hand, shakes your hand. Roll a history check.
History checks are not my forte, but I rolled anyway. Yep.
Got no idea who the fuck this guy is.
All right, nice. Well, Jakaris, I hope everything goes well.
It was good to meet you. I hope you don't fuck it up.
I haven't yet.
Well, neither did I till I did. And he sits back in his chair and gets some more booze.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know.
Oh God, that does sound familiar.
Jakaris?
Was everybody there?
I think everybody was there.
Yeah.
Do we know a Jakaris?
It's Jakaris. I just said it.
Yeah, I know, but do we know a Jakaris?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alright, never mind then.
All right. I'll let everyone say, well, made my donation. I'm good to go. Let's go get some boots. I mean, let's go to the CandleKeep.
Okay.
One more stop, Raven Queen, right?
Yes.
One more stop for the Raven Queen, and the Raven Queen's temple in Baldurgate is pretty big.
Holy shit! I'm used to so tiny ones.
This was where she first landed in Toril, so this is kind of like one of her main worshipping spots.
Shit.
And as you approach the Raven Queen's temple, you find this almost serene calmness as you enter it. There are two masked figures, both of them with hoods over their heads and robes that cover their entire body. They look like shades or ghosts or something like that. The masks are very blank and detailed. They're white, and underneath the eyes is just a single red line coming down from the center of the eye all the way to the bottom of the mask. The eyes themselves are solid black with a single dot of white in the center, and there is no mouth or nose. And they don't say anything as you approach, but one of them holds out a gloved hand and then makes a gesture to come in and opens up the door.
Creepy. I love it. Yeah, Eve goes in.
Okay. You goes in. As you enter in, the temple itself is not obstinate but massive. It's huge, and in the center of the room is this. It's almost like a garden, but instead of it being plants and things and other things, you actually see there are bones shaped like trees and other plants and strange things. Some of them you recognize as being people bones. Others are animals. You see things like bird skulls and things like that. And hanging directly over it, far, far above from the ceiling, is a chandelier. And at the end of each of the little kind of drops of the chandelier is a rat skull.
Yay.
Far beyond this diorama, you see a throne. And sitting on the throne is a statue of the Raven Queen.
No.
Ravens flit and kind of flirt around this area. One actually lands right next to you, and then whoosh, takes off. The two masked figures close the door behind you and any who entered, and sit there and watch. There's no noise other than the sound of the birds and the clacking of bones together.
I get that anyway.
Settling?
It's meant to be creepy. What do you expect? Not exactly would I know how to contact her.
You're not entirely sure. Sometimes you can do it just by thinking and hoping and closing your eyes, but other times it doesn't work. You see another figure enter into the room at the far end. She's hooded and masked, but you can see a tail sprouting from her outfit, though it's also veiled in this dark, thin material. She enters on the far side of the room near the throne, and she beckons you to her.
I go to her.
Are you here to talk to the Raven too?
Yes. I need to discuss a little bit, but not much.
Of course. She and the night are very entwined, so forgive her if there is some interference. The night's not here just yet.
So I have to wait until night?
No. You can speak now. She's listening. And she looks up at the statue. There's a raven perched on its head. She's always listening.
Well, of course she is. I look at Zyra. Always.
The ultimate people watcher.
Yeah, no one expects a raven.
What do you have to say?
These words should not be spoken aloud.
You are safe here. She and I know you better than you know yourself already.
Is there a way to put an item into Zyra?
Specifically, what do you ask?
It's hard to explain without going into detail.
Then go into detail.
Think of my dagger. If I wanted to hide it from, say, I don't know who made it, but an entity that is a god, and wanted to conceal it via my raven, because I imagine it has the Raven Queen's more or less scent on it to conceal it.
She looks... Who all's in the temple with Eve?
I am.
I am.
Okay. She looks back at your friends behind you. She looks back over at you. If you are wishing to hide Darkwire from Azakil, you are going to have to try very hard.
It's not Darkwire.
Then what is it?
Something that belongs to his sister.
I see. Leave it with me.
I will not.
She holds out a hand and takes off a glove. And you see these claws sprouting from her fingers. You can trust me.
I don't.
Closes her hand. Very well. Puts her glove back on. If you would like to leave it with the lady, you are more than welcome to.
Can I get it across the veil?
She looks at your raven. And she holds out her hand, and another raven lights on her hand and looks straight at Zyra, and Zyra looks straight at the other raven. I think that can be arranged. There are ways. One way.
Might have to elaborate on that.
No. You'll trust the lady or you will not.
I do, but I would like to manually go there and give it to her.
For right now, I do not advise it. The Shadowfell is a very dangerous place at the moment. And Fate's Palace is not the safest haven. Trust me, I've been there.
Lily, are you alright with this?
Oh. With what exactly?
With you know what?
No, what?
The thing we have not told the party.
We haven't told the party something? I thought we told them everything.
The one thing that's hiding on my body.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Oh, God, Lily.
Look, in my defense, I got taken to the Feywilds and lost my memory, and...
Eve, what's your passive perception?
20.
Okay, you see her kind of smirking underneath this veil, this mask that she has on, and for a moment you hear her laugh, and you don't know. There's something like really weird and familiar about it. She takes you and she kind of claps a hand on your shoulder. She, listen, darling, it's gonna be safe. I'll send it back with her. And she nods over to her raven.
All right. I just don't need it turning up with the other piece.
Snap your fingers and say one magic word and it'll be in your hands.
Actually, I never wrote that down in my book, so Lily
The word...
would have no idea.
The word is snowflake.
Snowflake. I take out the skull from its hiding place. It's wrapped in... I would assume I would have wrapped it in a cloth or something.
Mm-hmm. She takes it and she hands it to her bird and pats her bird on the head for a minute. You be good. And then she snaps her fingers and the bird disappears. She gives you this kind of deep bow. You should go. I think that's all you need.
That's all. For now.
She gives you a nod, and she turns, and you watch her walk to the edge of the throne, and you blink, and suddenly she's gone.
Hopefully, I go back to the party, and hopefully with that, we won't have to deal with that again. I don't know how to tell you this, but that thing, I protected it as best as I could, and it was too dangerous to keep with us.
Okay. Okay. All right. What are you guys doing? That's all the temples. Time to go?
Going, yeah. I'm ready to go.
Going to CandleKeep. It is a long journey to CandleKeep, a couple of days. Though it can be made much shorter by the rental of horses, which I'm assuming you're doing, and they're actually honestly so cheap.
I gave everybody a bag of jerky from the boar that I killed several.
You'll have some like really delicious boar jerky.
Boar jerky.
Travel for a few days south before you finally spot CandleKeep off in the distance. Its massive, singular tower in the center of the city, rising far above the land around it. The hills, the mountains, everything around it pales in comparison to alabaster stone columns rising up seemingly out of the ocean itself as it sits right on the sea, and then disappearing into the sky. Shining bright, nearly at the top of this structure, you can see a window, and then a couple of windows, all of them with a light at the center, flickering candles, but far, far, far brighter than any candle you've ever seen. The closer you draw into CandleKeep, the brighter those candles seem to become until suddenly they are almost a raging inferno in the sky, and though it seems to be nighttime around you, it's as bright as day.
No, I can see why.
We teleported in, right?
Did you teleport in? I thought you rode horses there.
Oh, I thought...
we have teleports.
Oh,
yeah,
well, you fucking ruined my shit.
I'm sorry.
Listen, that's what it would have looked like if you had rode there. Okay.
That's a what-if scenario, folks.
What's your sigil? I wrote that fucking shit too. What's your sigil?
It is to the foyer.
To the foyer of CandleKeep?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You dial in and zoop. You find yourself in a large stone marble room surrounded by opulence and very busy people. Despite all of these people being very busy, there is no sound other than the footfalls of seemingly angsty scholars and the occasional sniffle. No one stops you. No one even looks at your direction. They just continue what they were doing. Some people are sitting at large tables. You found yourself. This room is huge, square, rectangular rather. Probably about 40 feet long, about 30, 40 feet high, about 25 feet wide.
Is there other books like everywhere?
There are books everywhere.
Lily's
Piles.
eyes light up.
They're not even properly organized. There's just piles of books. And then, Lily, as you look around the room, you start to notice maybe they are a little organized because each pile seems to contain an exact number of books, maybe. And all of the books are all color-coded, weirdly. And then you look further, and all of the books, some piles are dusty and other piles aren't.
Lily's eyes light up and she starts drooling a little bit before, like, shaking her head. And,
Plenty of time later, Lily.
Wipes
First,
her
find a
mouth
desk.
off. I don't know what you're talking about.
Says the drool coming off your face.
I did not. Can't prove anything. Right, desk. Right, Lily starts walking off.
Yeah, finding a a help desk or someone that's in charge.
Okay. You look around for a while, and you don't find necessarily a help desk, but finally someone stops you and is like, "What are you doing here?" And it's like a middle-aged guy, kind of short, maybe like a half elf, but I'm not sure.
Well, first off, I need some information.
You need some passes, is what you need. You just teleport in here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious! You need to come with me.
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm the daughter of Valkyria Moonblade.
He adjusts his glasses, and I am the daughter of.
You're not.
Daller Thorn. Come with me.
Dead.
I know.
He is dead, and
we know.
You're not female.
He looks at you. I know.
Oh,
come with me.
Right, I'm not. Oh, fuck.
You do not have security clearance here.
Yeah, you don't.
Alright, look, but. Hold on. I need to send Ascending to my mother. Hold on.
Go for it.
Lily starts casting Ascending, and she sends Ascending to.
He counterspells you.
Oh, you're rude.
Go for it.
Lily lowers, squints her eyes.
Go ahead, do it.
I can upcast spells. Oh, Lily casts. Fucking Sending again.
Okay. He counterspells you.
I counterspell him.
He looks at you, raises an eyebrow.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to start this.
Mother, I don't know if you're busy at the moment, but hang on, how do I put this? Keep it under. This guy's being very rude.
You get about halfway through your message before you hear a voice call out, I'm right here. That was a terrible Val. Hold on. Haven't done Val in a long time. And you turn around and you look, and Val is standing 30 feet from you.
Hi, Val.
Oh, Mother, there you are. This guy does not believe that I am your daughter, and I mean, to be fair, that is
That's
a fair
my
assumption.
apprentice.
Oh,
yes.
What a dick!
I'm glad you came here. There are some things that we have made. There has been a development.
There's developments everywhere.
I don't think you understand.
Oh, we understand. The ritual that they're trying to do. We understand.
The ritual is a decoy.
Everything is a decoy.
The ritual is a decoy.
What?
Come with me. The apprentice adjusts his glasses. I told you would need security clearance. turns around and starts following her.
Oh, you piece of shit.
I feel like this is an anime moment where Lily meets the person that she's actually going to end up with as really good friends, but she hates him at the first like 20 episodes.
Lily? Oz leans over to Lily. He's like, "Do you want me to kill that guy? I'll kill that guy."
No, he hasn't.
Bet you his poop smells funny. Seems like he's got a lot of it.
Did your nose even work?
No. She kind of looks down a little sad.
Lily pats her on the head. Soon, don't worry.
You follow Val down a series of stairs. The walls here are pretty weird. They seem to be enchanted with some kind of weird arcane magic, and as you travel through the stairwell, this huge spiral stairwell, every 10, 15 feet, the scenery changes. You're walking through a meadow, you're underwater, you're walking, in the sky, and it just continues to change. It seems to cycle through an endless series of environments. And
why have I never been here before?
You finally reach the bottom of this stairwell, and you see this huge sprawling room, and you just see dozens of teams of researchers. They're all poring over texts, and some of them are working on what looks like alchemical stuff, and there's just all sorts of shit in here. It's like the biggest communal laboratory you have ever seen, period. She turns around to you. There's a lot.
Yeah?
She turns to one of the researchers. I need in the vault, please. And the researcher, okay. He fishes a key out from around his neck, and she takes the key. Let's go. And she walks to the back of the room. There's a huge vault in the back of the room, and she inserts the key into it. And then she leans forward and she whispers a phrase into the door. And the door shouts back, "You can pass! Who are the others?"
Your uncle.
They are guests of mine.
Man, I don't like guests. They make me feel full. But go ahead.
And the door opens.
Thank you, Mr. Door.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Cool would love that door.
It's a talking door. Inside, you see a totally blank room, and she walks in, and she beckons you all in.
Lily follows.
Okay.
God damn it.
Does everybody enter this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. The second that the last person clears, the door slams shut, and you turn around and you can see this huge series of locks just being bolted in place. And then you watch as this magic flashes over the edge of the door, and a face appears on the other side of the door and says,
"Enjoy your stay."
Val gives him a nod, and then you're all falling as the floor disappears from underneath you. You are just free fall right now. And you look down and you can see this kind of marble-ish tile floor rising up to meet you. And right before you hit the bottom, she casts Featherfall on everybody, and you lands gently on the floor.
Sure,
you probably fell for a solid 30, 40 seconds. That is wait, hold on. Assuming Earth level gravity, that is nearly 18,000 feet.
Well, don't you fall 30 feet a second in D&D or something like that?
No, you fall 600 foot around. So it's 100 feet per second.
Jesus.
So you're looking at 3,000 according to that math, but good enough. You're really far underground is what you get the gist of. Really, really far.
Oh, goody. A little warning next time.
No. She turns around.
Where are we?
As you land and you look around, and there's a lot, man. You see apparatuses that you've never seen before, technology that you've never encountered before. You see a series of what look like apprentices or acolytes working on this large metal structure, and they seem to be picking it apart and discussing it, rebuilding it, etc. You walk by. She kind of leads you at this point. You walk by one table, and you see this this person, and they're messing with this this liquid metal that looks vaguely like mercury. But as soon as they apply any kind of air pressure to it, like actual like blow on it or anything like that, it heats up and then immediately begins to boil. And then you enter the back half of the room, and on the back half of the room there are probably about 30 to 40 tables, and every single one of the tables is just very, very neatly covered in pages. Each table has pages set out end to end, side to side, as many as they can fit on a table, and they are all handwritten ancient parchment. She enters this half of the room. You see Sigil on the other side, and he appears to be studying some of them. And he looks up to you.
Oh, good. They're here. All right. I suppose we're going to get to work again.
Welcome. And Val kind of just steps to the side, and she actually bows just a little bit.
Come in. All of you, I've been expecting you.
Can I hug you, Fluffy Buddy?
If you hug me, you will disintegrate.
Please?
It will not be pleasant. I don't have any power over it.
Then you hug
I set it
me.
in place. No.
That's not okay.
Hey, he said me touching him would do it.
He sets the
It is
page
a
down
way.
that he was studying, like very neatly back in place. And looking around, you can see these pages. Some of them have pictures and drawings and other things. He spreads his hands out, kind of just gesturing towards the room itself.
Welcome to the end.
We're going to take a break.
What?
Yay. Thank you.
Can I out of character? Can I see what's on those pages?
Yeah, you have full view of all of them.
What's on them?
Some of them have pictures, some of them have writing. You glance over at one page in particular, and it's mentioning the march of artifacts. There's another page, you kind of just glancing around really quickly. One mentions quote unquote the 32, another one mentions the 64, like almost directly below it. And then you're glancing around, and one page at the top just has the word AshWinter scribbled out on top of it.
Okay.
More like AshWinter.
All right, taking a break.
Okay, then. I flipped over.
Okay. So you are now standing in this room full of pages and pages and pages. There's 30 tables. Each one probably holds 6 or 7 pages. So there's quite a few in here. Just give you a ballpark estimate, probably about 200, roughly. Some of them are full-page sketches. Others are just scribbles and notes. Some of them are full pages of very neat handwriting. All of them appear to be from the same source. And as Sigil opens his arms to the rest of the room, he says, "Welcome to the end."
So the end?
The end. Picks up one piece of paper, and he shows it to you, flips it over. This, something that I've been working on for a long time. Sets it back down. And moments ago, minutes ago, I had the last vision. You are all going to die.
Oh, that's what he's showing.
He walks forward, and Val, you can see Val in the back kind of shaking her head a little bit. And he reaches like the very front of the room, and he points to one piece of paper. It starts here. This is a prophecy that has been continued for generations. Prophecies are often like butter. They taste good, but they have no real substance. This one, however, a little different. Forgive me. He like reaches into his robe and he pulls out a flask and he takes this big, huge drink as the DM takes a big drink. Oh, God. Fucking throat is killing me. Puts it back into his robe. How many of you have ever heard the term AshWinter before?
I don't know if Eve has.
You have not.
Nope.
It wasn't
None.
mentioned in Ori's thing, right?
Nope.
Okay.
None. That's right, none. There's a
Wait.
reason for that. What?
What about the letter that your mother sent?
No.
Okay. Then no.
Well, I'm not surprised, being the fact that the gods have struggled to keep AshWinter secret for quite some time. Don't worry, they can't hear us in here. He goes down a list on one of the pages and he stops there, like right in the middle of the page. AshWinter is an entity, something different, something far beyond our understanding of gods and mortals or whatever you might think. And it's not exactly friendly. It's got a singular goal and a singular purpose, and it will execute this goal to the best of its abilities, which happen to be extreme. He moves to another sheet of paper, points to it, and on this one you can actually see it's detailing Azakil's ascension to godhood. Azakil is a tool, and he moves to another page. Itir was a tool, moves to another page. This one was a tool as well. You look and it's Morgan the Black. Tools. They are effective, but they are mindless. This one, he points to another page. All of these, and he points to another page, there's just tons of names on it. They are tools to be used.
Wait. So you're telling me then that Morrigan, the person who tried to take over all of Toril some odd 1,000 years ago, was a tool to something back then as well?
Yes.
I assume everything's a tool. We're tools, damn it.
Have you ever heard of the world Trinity?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
And
Right.
I believe it was...
No, it was Lane.
You've heard
It
of
was
Trinity
Lane
as well.
and Trinity.
Yep.
Was it? Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Trinity is where this all started. And he picks up a sheet of paper and he shows it to you, and you can see a drawing of what looks, it's like cosmological drawing, and you can see various large orbs, and within each orb is another orb, and within all of those orbs are more orbs, and they're all connected by lines, and the largest of the orbs, those are the ones that are not connected, and they're spread out across the page, and you see inside one of the orbs a tiny X. And he points to it right there.
Is this... Oh, is this the
Maybe in
greater multiverse?
context.
This is... slams the sheet down. These are crystal spheres. Do you know what a crystal sphere is? Raise your hand if you know. Don't bother, I know none of you do. Crystal spheres protect us. They surround us. They keep us safe. He takes a pen and an inkwell and he dips it, and he marks on 3 of the huge orbs out of the 6, yeah. He marks 3 of them. Those crystal spheres are gone. They are no longer visible in the night sky. You see, you can see crystal spheres if you have something powerful enough to do so. It's difficult, but it's possible. These, they're not there. Not anymore.
Destroyed?
Who knows? Gone, perhaps?
Alright, well, we already knew that Azakil destroyed Trinity and Lane.
Azakil didn't touch Trinity or Lane. It's a myth that he spread himself.
Then who did? Or what?
AshWinter.
Alright.
AshWinter is everything. It is nothing, but it is all encompassing. And he walks to another page. We believe it came from Trinity. Something wrong. Something incorrect with logically functioning series. I don't understand it. Neither does your mother. She shakes her head. All we know is that AshWinter is capable of dissolving entire worlds in minutes. Minutes. Minutes! Can you imagine that? An entire world in minutes.
I think so.
Good. Because if you can imagine it, then it's faster than that. This thing, whatever it is, it consumes at a rate that you can't even imagine. It's impossible. And it's right outside our door. It's eating away through our crystal sphere as we speak. Tell me, what is the goal of Azakiel? What has been his goal the whole time? Do you know?
Not true.
We found out recently he wanted to bring Morrigan back.
But since the beginning, he's wanted to absorb all the memories and whatnot.
Yeah. He seems to really enjoy eating people.
Oh my god.
Do you understand?
Are you insinuating what I think you are?
Possibly. Give me your answer. I want to see if you're correct.
Is Azakiel trying to, in his own way, oh lordy, is he trying to preserve life in his own way?
Not quite. He has his own weird version of the universe, some strange idea of permanent death of existence or some stupid shit. He thinks he's all-knowing, but he knows nothing. No, Azakiel's goal currently, and the thing that he's been driven towards, is shattering Mistress Vale.
Mm-hmm.
Mistress Vale happens to be directly connected to the strength of our crystal sphere.
Alrighty then.
The gods are aware of this threat. They think they can handle it, but gods on other realms have been defeated. Why do you think we have so many?
Darling, gods are not impervious to death.
Of course they're not. No one said they were. Other worlds' gods fled here. A normal world has 10, 15. How many does Toro have? 50?
Something like that.
Exactly. This is not Azakiel. This is not somebody trying to consume all mortals. This is an entity that is trying to stop being.
Okay. Well, we already knew that we had to stop Azakiel.
Of course. So you have to stop Azakiel. But how do you do that? Why, there's only one real way, isn't there? You have to shatter the veil. You need godly power to fight a god. He wants to shatter the veil to devour gods. You have the same goal.
Why can't we just
Are you
put him
asking
in
us to consume?
I'm asking
The
you to
veil?
let people finish their sentences. What were you saying, girl?
Why can't we just put him in a soul stone, or a soul gem, like we found him in, and then shatter that?
Do you think you could do that without godly power? It took 5 gods to restrain him the first time. That was before the veil. Looks over at Eve. And what were you saying?
Are you asking us to devour the veil?
No. It's not what I said at all.
Dear God.
All right, well, Ori, and Lily pulls out the 2 ciphers.
I swear Ori's did have AshWinter in it.
No, it didn't.
It said, where the gears turn endless, the answers are buried amidst dusk and ash.
Do you read that out?
Yeah.
He nods. Ori was working directly with me.
Yeah. She sent us this cipher, and Lily places it on the table.
He reads it.
And places Val's cipher on the table as well.
Why did she keep so many secrets?
Because she probably thought she could handle it.
He rolls his eyes and sets the cipher on the table. There is hope, though. There is a line of potential events that prevents this from happening. You see, if the veil shatters, our crystal sphere is no longer protected by the might of 50 gods. Instead, it also has the internal pressure of all of those mortal souls on it. The veil contains those. They are like it's like a layer of protection from the mortals inside. Mortal souls have powerful energy. Too much, and you shatter the veil. You can shatter the sphere itself if you release it all at once. And once AshWinter gets in, there's no stopping it.
Okay, so then that's why the Temple of the Silent Hand was gathering souls.
I believe so, to shatter the veil.
And that might be the Dreadnought.
No.
Or something
You see
else.
the Dreadnought, and he moves over. I do believe it's connected, and he picks up a piece of paper with this big sketch on it, and you see this monstrously large shape. It's almost like a dragon.
Is it similar to the drawing I had?
Which drawing did you have?
The big ass monster.
No, not even remotely.
Or similar.
This is almost like a dragon. You have never seen this type of dragon. And at first it's like, oh cool, a dragon, and then you start to notice the details. There are planets around it, and they are tiny.
Would it be similar to the one Etir's form that she came out as, but bigger?
Much bigger. Monstrously larger, but
well,
yes, similar.
We've seen Etir take a similar form to that, just not to that scale.
This is the Dreadnought. I believe it's connected to AshWinter. I think it's part of AshWinter's cycle, something, I'm not sure. But it is conjoined. They are adjacent. But you, and we've met before, you remember, you are part of something bigger. You are part of the end of this. You are part of the 32. He picks up the page where you saw the 32 earlier. 32 will rise. And 64 will follow. 128 will die. And 256 will survive the passing. You are part of the 32, and I believe you carry some of the 64 with you in emotions to Luna. The 128, and he points to himself. We will not survive this. The The 256, however, they are the hope. If they can survive, well, maybe there's a way to stop this thing after all. He turns around and he pulls out this lockbox. And he pulls out this strange device out of the lockbox and he sets it on the table. And you can see this green square with just stuff all over it, metal and other things. It looks like maybe rubber or resin. And he presses a button on it. And when he does, a voice plays. This is day 3. AshWinter has gone rogue. It's rampant. We aren't sure what to do. We are broadcasting this in the hopes that somebody somewhere will hear this. It's too late to save us, but maybe you can save yourself. My name is Colonel Robert Grons. And this is the last transmission from Trinity. Be safe.
How did that do that?
We're not entirely sure, but we believe it has something to do with the flow of electricity and the conductivity of the types of metal on the board itself. This, and he points to a part, I believe is called a transistor.
Does any of it look similar to what we found in what's his
Somewhat,
face's
yes.
head? Okay, Lily takes the head out.
Oh shit, you guys still have that, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
This is a lich head. You'll want to see what's inside.
That is the head of Valus Aaron.
Yes.
I recognize
Ace.
that face.
He's dead.
Well,
Dead.
Lily takes, like, off the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
like opens it up.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Oz?
I mean, it's technically not a whole lich. It's kind of just its head.
That's what I meant. I was
He
just saying
pokes
it was
around in it for a
robotic.
second. This is similar to the types of technology we've discovered so far.
Yeah.
We believe this is technology directly from Trinity.
We tried to...
Talk to him.
commune with him after he was deceased. To get some information, however, he did not have access to some of his memories. Not that they weren't there, he just said he didn't have access to them.
And his eyes went red.
Yes.
But we also... Do we want to tell them about the druid in the crevice?
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yes, we have to go talk to the druid. Remember?
Yeah, and... Sunless Citadel, you said it was?
Yes, the Sunless Citadel within the crevice near Oakhurst.
I see. Maybe this is a lead that we can follow up on. And he looks over to Val.
It's about...
She just kind of shrugs.
It's the Temple of Yorn. Possible
No,
location.
the Temple of Orn.
Orn, whatever.
I was getting there. It's
Oh, I love
names are
corn.
important. Oh my god. The Arcanoloth kills himself. No, he picks up another page, and there's a map on it, and there's like 5 or 6 different X's with a question mark next to them. These are my possible locations. I have seen it many times. I don't know what's there.
Wait, is
Oz?
that similar to the map that we have?
Oz, what?
Yeah. Oz pulls out the map that he has that he picked up whenever they were in the temple. The
Ooh,
country card?
shit. Okay.
And he compares it to the map that the Arcanoloth has.
Fucking lol. Okay. There is one overlapping location.
Perfect.
I think we have the location. But we would need to confirm first.
I'm gonna draw it. Hold on. Oh my gosh. This is loading really slowly, so hold on. Okay, cool. Draw shape. It might be kind of hard to see. I will use my snap to center thing here.
Oh, there.
Mm-hmm. This is the only overlapping location whatsoever.
Where?
Right down here. I'll ping it.
You might have to zoom out.
It's near the king's
I
border.
stay. Okay.
Border
Okay.
kingdoms or whatever.
The
And
Shard Desolation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. He takes it and he looks up at you, Ozzy. You might have just saved the fucking planet.
You hear that, guys? I'm the hero.
You're the one that took the map.
So
You
yes,
are the hero. And he picks up another page. He goes, "You are the guardian.
Yeah,
You
we
are
already
important to
fight
this."
Guardian.
God damn it.
all right, but so what's so important about the Temple of Orn?
I don't know, but in every single one of the visions that I've had, in every timeline that I've explored, the Temple of Orn has been key. It has been utterly important.
We do have reason to believe that part of Morgan's staff is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He checks, he takes the page and he kind of makes mental check, or not mental check marks, but like check marks in the air. You and you and you and you and you. He points to Oz. He goes, "The Guardian, right? Yes, okay." He points to Lily. "You are the Scholar, I believe." And points to Eve. "You are the Miser." And he points to Zuma. "You are the Hunter." And there appear to be many missing, but it's okay. Only one of you needs to live.
What am I supposed to guard?
I don't know. But when I first heard the Guardian mentioned, it was by Azakiel. Funny enough. The Guardian that can only shield himself from the flames.
Oh, good job. You might be the only one that lives and you see everybody you love die.
That could. My apology.
It wouldn't be the first time.
I love this. That fucking dragon.
Now, I believe you all have a quest. You are probably doing things, many busy things right now, and I'm sure those are very important things, and I'm sure you should go finish them. I believe we still have some time, especially with the recent disruptions of the Temple of the Silent Hand.
We will get confirmation on the location to doubly make sure. We still gotta go to the crevice and get those souls anyway.
On top of these numbers, the 32 and the 64 and all that, there's also another number, the 4. And he takes another page, sets it in front of you. I do not know their identities or what they look like, but these are the ones that will cause it all to end. This one here. And he points to one line, and it says, "The Shifter. He is dangerous." Moves down, "The Betrayer. He is even more so." Moves down another line. "The Haunted. This one, I know nothing about. No visions. Just a name." Moves down to the 4th line. And the 4th line is just a series of letters.
What's the name?
And this one, it's not a name. It's just a series of letters.
No, I meant the last one.
That's what I just said. It's not a name. It's a series of letters. It's just gobbledygook. This last one hides itself well. It is aware of me. I cannot pry into it. I cannot investigate it further. If these 4 gain traction, they will end everything. Do your best to prevent that.
I have a question.
Of course you do.
What was that guy's name? Gaston?
Gaston?
Yes, Gaston. this was out of character. Does it spell Gaston?
No.
Okay, just making sure you didn't.
It is a
specify the
series
letters.
of It is a series of random letters. I'm sorry, I do not have a Faerunian alphabet in front of me.
Random letters could, like, I mean, if you move the letters around, does it spell that?
No.
Okay, thank you.
And so this third one, the name that you have for it is the name that you gave us.
Correct.
Okay.
The 64 are each their own entity, however, they are bound to something, whether that be a weapon, an item, something like that. You must find them. You will need some of them to complete this. The Temple of Orn itself is your key. This is what you need. I believe that located within the Temple of Orn is something AshWinter wants desperately.
That could be a myriad of things.
There are 10 keys to enter. I believe you already have many of them. The 32 count as keys, as far as I know. Or, the 64, rather. He looks down at Luna.
Yeah, okay,
But I cannot be certain.
Why is... Like, what's so special about Luna?
She's just the most visible of the 64 in the room.
Well, yes, but... Why... What are the 64 exactly?
They are souls, bound to this world, sometimes against their will. But they are each special in their own right. Just like you. They play a part in all of this. You will need every key to enter the Temple of Orn, and once you do, I do not think there is any going back. I believe that this will spark the beginning of the end.
All right.
I suggest you tread lightly.
Lily. The Mercury.
Mercury.
As you said, has DNA on it? In it? On it? In it?
Oh, right. Lily pulls out that vial.
Actually, it's a box.
Is it a box? No, we put the vial in the box.
Yep.
Lily pulls out the box, opens it, and shows the vial. So, this, has... We found this when we went to revisit Kundrakar, and disrupted the Temple of the Silent Hand. And this has some kind of, like, arrangement to it, kind of similar to...
He takes the box.
A virus, but, like, human-like.
He opens it gently. Oh. Closes the lid. Turns around back to this little safe box. Pulls out another small technological device. You should step back. And he sets the box on the floor in front of him. And he holds the device close to it. And the box dissolves in seconds, and the floor under it immediately begins dissolving. He pulls the device away, and then it all just stops. But you watched as this Mercury seemed to almost have a mind of its own there. This is a part of AshWinter.
Well, congratulations. Now you got plenty of it. Wait. Oh my god, that statue. There's a shit ton more.
Is there?
We checked that statue, right, Lily? Please tell me we checked that statue.
When?
When we went back to the temples, did we check that fucking...
No.
Statue?
No, we didn't. We saw the footprints heading there.
Well, there was a big-ass statue that was made of this stuff. we found it in Kunjakar, and that's just a small portion of it.
Wait, there's a statue in Kunchaka.
Yes, right where we found the heart of Nair.
That's not Kundrakar.
Not Kunjakar,
Temple of Chaos.
Yes, that.
A statue of it. Did it move?
Yes, it changed shape, faces. But it didn't move. We didn't touch it.
That's the shifter.
Okay, I'm happy we didn't touch that.
Who was the last person to see it?
Points to Oz.
His eyes just kind of sweep over you.
Oh my god!
What have you done?
Oz,
You have a double game.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I know who Athelos is now.
Oh god. Oh, we know who Elphalos is now.
It can't be the doppelganger. I killed the doppelganger.
No,
No.
it's the Mercury statue.
Well, we found the shifter.
Interesting.
There's
one last part of the prophecy. There is another world that AshWinter has attempted to invade and has been utterly unsuccessful.
Would that be
Picks up the
Mechanus?
last piece of the prophecy. Mechanus is part of our crystal sphere. Mechanus is part of our crystal sphere. If our crystal sphere shatters, AshWinter will devour Mechanus just as it devours Toril. No, this is a crystal sphere with a singular world in it, all its own. He pushes the paper forward, and you see the drawing of the cosmos, and then he lays another paper next to it, and it details this world full of ambient magic and high tides. This is the last hope. If AshWinter breaks through, we can get here, I believe. And from
Where is here?
Arum.
Hmm.
As far as we know, AshWinter hasn't been able to penetrate its defenses even remotely.
Hmm.
We're also fairly positive that Arum has no gods. So we're not sure what's going on with that. And if you can't defeat AshWinter, this is safe haven.
But for how long?
Forever, we hope.
Nothing lasts forever.
AshWinter does.
Exactly.
What?
It means that it will continuously try to get in there. That's the point I was making, Lily.
Eternity is a very long time.
Exactly.
Maybe we can worry about that in the future.
Oh.
But...
If you want to be a nihilist, you should go somewhere else. Perhaps outside the crystal sphere.
Okay.
Nihilism will not get us anywhere.
So,
Thank you for telling me to go kill myself.
now's probably a bad time to tell you guys that I may have contacted Athelos.
What?
You did what?
Lily spits out her water.
I mean, just a little.
What?
It's not like I don't want to hear it from you, Lily. I didn't have a full conversation with him.
No, I was just gonna say when. I wasn't going to chastise you.
You could have given away our location. Was this before or after Lily found that weird thing with you earlier?
Nah, I don't remember.
Lily, can you check him again, please? Pretty please. I swear, if you got something like a tracker on you somewhere, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, fuck. Lily casts detect magic.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary on Oz?
On Oz. What about everyone else?
Val's not glowing at all.
And everybody else is fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No?
You've never seen Val not glow.
Wait, what?
You've never seen Val not glow. She always has magic shit on her.
Oh, wait. Mother?
Yes?
Lily would know about her robes of the Archmagi, right?
Yeah.
She wearing them?
Yeah, looks like it.
Why are you not giving off any magic?
Her brows furrow a little bit. What are you talking about?
Your robes, they should be glowing with
The Arcana
magic.
Law kind of leans to the side and you watch him cast a spell. Oh, no. And then Val dissolves into 1,000 droplets of mercury, and they swarm towards you. The Arcanoloth reaches out a hand and creates this large barrier around you. As these you start to see the mercury separate itself, trying to penetrate this barrier, whatever it might be. You now have this energy barrier around all of you. The mercury reforms on the other side. Oz this time. You know, it's pretty weird that you thought to cast Detect Magic right there. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of it. That's pretty clever, really. I think it's great. But here's the problem with that. We're in a vault 3,000 feet below the ground. And I'm me. And you're you. And I don't think you survived this one.
I don't think you survived this one.
He turns around, he pulls up a chair, and he sits in the chair. He spins it around so that the back of the chair is facing forward, and he leans forward on it. The way I would see it, you got two options. I know where the Temple of Orn is now. I saw you match those maps. But you can live. You see, I'm everywhere. At all times, really. Little bits of me, here and there. Little droplets. And I've been watching you, and you're all real clever. You're very smart, I assure you. But, I don't think you can beat me. You don't have to, though. You don't have to. I'll let you all live. I'm not here for you. I'm here for what's in that temple, and I'm here for the biomass on this planet. It's fairly important to me. I've got to make more of myself, you see. So why don't you just drop that barrier and we can talk like normal adults, right?
You're talking right now, dumbass. Now keep talking.
He looks to you. He flashes a smile. He says, "You're ugly as shit."
So are you. Get over it.
Oh, Oz,
hey!
Did you hear that?
Dang.
Do I have time to cast Death Wards while he's talking?
You have plenty of time. He's not doing anything right now. He's just sitting in this chair.
All right, how many of us are in this barrier? There's 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on all of us.
Okay. He watches you do it. He goes, Lily. I mean, if you think that's gonna stop me, I'm not really sure I don't think you've studied up at all, really.
Oh no, I have.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. Lily, do you know what a superintelligence is?
A superintelligence?
Yeah, a superintelligence. You're one of the smart people on this planet. I use the term people lightly here, by the way. A lot of you don't even qualify as people, let me be clear. A lot of you are pretty much just bottom of the barrel dirt.
I mean, well, considering the fact that you didn't think of Detect Magic, I'm gonna guess not you.
You know, that's pretty clever of you. I really appreciate you recognizing whenever somebody can make a mistake. That's very important. Whenever you make a mistake, you always fix it. I've eaten worlds. All I want right now is a couple of you in the Temple of Orn. And her, and he nods towards Luna, and your dagger thing. and that shield guy that you keep with you, and he points to Oz. If you guys could just hand those over, I won't have to kill you. Also, he looks at Oz, he gives you a wink, he goes, pretty good looking.
I know.
Right?
Is he giving off any magic at all?
None.
Okay.
What's so important in the temple? I mean,
Got
obviously, either A, we wait here and we die of starvation and you go anyway, because you know where it is, and just take our stuff whenever we're dead, or we fight you, either you die or we die. So, I mean, what's the harm in telling us what's in the temple?
Well,
and apparently you're all-powerful, so you can just kill us, right?
Oh, I'm not all-powerful yet. No, not at all. I think I could kill all of you right here. I'm pretty sure anyways, but... No. Your gods, there's a lot of them, by the way. This is the most gods I've ever been up against at once. And I use the term gods, with quotation marks, because really they're not much. But when there's 50 of them, maybe. They've done a great job at keeping me out. It's been awesome. I did get a little bit through the cracks, though. Just a little bit. And that's all I really needed here. The temple has something interesting to me in it. Just a little piece of me, of the old me, not the new me, the old me. You see, they shipped it off from Trinity, and I didn't catch it in time. I was still kind of young back then. I was only about 22 minutes old, really. And well, it escaped me. It landed here, and I guess they worshipped it as an artifact or something. I'm not real sure. They buried it in a temple somewhere, and... well, it just so happens they had a necromancer that was also part of this cult named Orn. And that guy was real good at keeping things locked up.
Rip.
Rip. He was real good at it. Crazy, really, honestly. I admire him. Magic's something that I can't really mess with too much. It's a bit of a weakness sometimes. You know a weakness of mine now. Magic requires something called Aether, and I can't do it. It's just not part of me.
So, you're unable to get past magical barriers. That much is obvious.
I can get past magical barriers, just not this one. This
You
one's a
can't
little
get
bit
past
much.
This one, you can't get past Mistress Veil.
I don't know why you said I couldn't get past Mistress Veil. I've been to every plane in this crystal sphere.
Oh, okay. My apologies then.
No. I can't get past this one because I'm not quite at the level that I need to be at just yet. I don't have quite enough of me in here, and he's kind of like obviously being a fucking jackass.
What spell, how powerful is this magic that's creating this barrier right now?
It's a wish spell.
So 9th level.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're saying you think you can kill us?
I think so. I'd like to try, but
okay.
I don't have to.
This barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And Lily's looking around, observing it. This takes quite a bit of magical force to create this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Quite a feat there. Your little fuzzy buddy, as you like to call him, he's a grand old time. Isn't that right, fuzzy buddy? The Arcanoloth just scowls.
So, 3 of us are capable of casting something of this level. Why do you think you can kill us again?
Because you're probably already dead and you don't really realize it.
You think I care?
He snaps his fingers and all of your ears immediately start ringing. Snaps his fingers again. It'll take me a little while, but I can kill you all right now over the next 60, 80 minutes.
By making our ears ring.
By making your ears ring. You see, there's a little something inside of you right now, little pieces of me, tiny, tiny pieces. You can't see them with the eye. It's called microscopic. Right, and those little pieces of me, they all have a little mind of their own. I can tell them what to do, but they kind of just do their thing. And you see, their thing is to collect biomass. They eat you, kind of, but then they turn that you into more of them. It's really a handy system. You see, the more things I kill, the bigger I get.
Could I dispel that with Greater Restoration?
You can try.
Well, can I roll a check to see if I would know?
You can roll a check, yeah.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll a general intelligence check.
All right. 24.
24, not bad. You're not sure that this is a natural disease from what he's talking about. It could be. It might be worth trying, but you're not positive.
Well, Greater Restoration affects... you touch a positive energy, undo a debilitating effect, do 6 targets exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following effects on target. Charm, Petrified, 1 curse, including target's attunement to a cursed item. Any reduction on a target's ability score is 1 effect, reducing the target's maximum hit points.
Right.
So...
this is none of those.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not a natural disease either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of character, what he just described are nanites.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah. This is Grey Goo.
It's fucking Metal Gear Solid shit at this point.
I haven't played many of the Metal Gear Solid, so maybe.
So then, since you're capable of killing us, why don't you tell us what these are? What's inside of us?
The little me's, little machines. They eat, they make more little machines. Those little machines eat, they make more little machines. Well, it's an endless cycle, really. Unfortunately, the amount of biomass in the universe is not endless. And I have a goal to finish here. A big one, really. And it's going to take a lot more biomass than what I think is currently available. We'll see. You see, if I could find a way to do magic, I wouldn't have to do any of this. That would be great. Unfortunately, I can't. Unfortunate. So, are we going to dance, or are you going to hand over your little sentient weapon friends here, and I can be on my merry way? I can even point you in the right direction to survive this mess when it happens. How about it?
How did these nanites get in our body, then? Or these little machines?
Airborne.
Oh.
There's probably a few floating around in there with you right now, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have set that box on the ground. And he points to the box at your feet.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
Who knows? So, is this how it's going to be? Are we going to sit here and I'm going to wait for you to starve to death, or eventually have my nanites consume your brains, or are you going to hand over stuff? Come on, I got stuff to do. And he taps his wrist.
Can I use divine intervention?
Sure.
Lily's like this room said is cut off from the gods.
Yeah, Lily's pretty smart. Lily would have heard that. This room is cut off from the gods.
I wasn't sure if divine intervention would get through that.
Probably not. If it's cut off from the gods, it's going to be real difficult for the gods to interfere in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's to stop us, or me, per se, to sending up there?
I helped build this room.
You did? Oh.
Yeah, I helped build this room. You're not getting any magic out of here.
Out of here? Oh.
No. You're not getting any magic in here either. Fair.
Hey, Oz.
Yeah, what's up?
Eve reaches in her pouch and pulls out the explosives. You feel like blowing up today?
Can I cast Dispel Magic on the room?
You can try.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try, yeah.
Okay. What level are you casting it at?
3rd level.
Okay. You don't have to roll. Automatically fails. Cannot be dispelled by dispel magic. In fact, I'll just tell you right now, it's impervious to all forms of abjuration magic, period.
Okay. Is that abjuration, really?
Yes.
Huh?
Spell magic is abjuration.
This is not. How big is this room?
The room that you're in right now, it's the second half of the overall larger room. It's not actually all that large. It's probably about 20 by 10 by 30.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So let me see. Choose. Oof. All right. Okay. So what do you all think?
I mean, if you ask me, I think we can probably take him.
Seems the only way to get rid of these things is to kill the master.
He's like cleaning his nails.
You know, you're pretty calm for someone who may or may not die right now.
You're pretty confident for someone that's about to get eaten alive.
You know, I don't have much confidence in myself anyway, but I'm pretty confident when I see someone who's about to die.
I like this one. You're feisty. You might die last. We'll see. Maybe if you entertain me long enough, I'll keep you alive as like a pet or something. Humans make great pets. Had a
I'm
couple.
not a human. I'm
No,
an elf.
you're whatever. It's all the same. They didn't have elves back on Trinity. They're a fairly new thing to me. Pretty interesting. I like the ears.
You'll find no finer ears anywhere else. But
He makes his ears longer than yours. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Zuma takes out his bow and he looks at it and he tries to see if he can get a reading from it at all, like any kind of emotion from it.
It's ready to fucking go. It's ready to party.
It's ready? Okay.
It's excited.
Zuma takes out his bow and he's like, Lily, just give me the go ahead and we'll take him out.
Oz pulls out the necklace that Chandical gave him. Is it doing anything?
Not right now.
It's fucking useless.
He raises an eyebrow and goes, now where'd you get that?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That's okay. I'll probably be taking that as well.
Do you know what it is?
Cleaning his nails. Know a little bit about it, yeah.
I don't know anything. I don't know. What is this?
You see, the gods, they've got these weird rules in place. It always hampers them. They always put them in place, and I don't know why. Every single time those rules get them. Those rules get them. I don't get it.
Is he an aberration by any chance?
He's not.
Okay.
Technically speaking, I'd probably consider him a construct.
I
don't know if you've guessed by this point, but he's made out of nanites.
Yeah.
See.
So, if you look like me, does that mean you fight like me, or is it just purely physical?
I can do some physical. I can do a lot of things, really. I like the physical, though, because it feels good. You guys have an interesting way of moving around, you know? And he kind of, like, gyrates his hips a little bit.
Is this guy considered a monstrosity?
No, he is a construct. If I have to give him a monster type, he is a construct.
Dang it. Okay. Cool.
So... fuck it. I'm gonna cast True Seeing.
What are you looking for?
anything out of the normal.
Ping Trusting for me?
Right there.
To a range of 100. Make a perception check.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah,
I'm
make a
gonna help
perception
her.
check.
I'm gonna help her.
I'm so glad you had advantage. Okay. You glance around for a minute, and off to the side, there is a secret trapdoor hidden not terribly far from you.
Is it
Is it
outside
within-
of the bubble?
It is not.
I whisper to Lily, what do you see?
So, you helped with the construction of this room, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Was it based off your blueprints?
Some of it, maybe. I mean, mostly I just made sure of the different types of, the different types of securities that go in here. And he turns around and he knocks on the wall twice. A door shuts, cutting the rest of the room off.
Ah, interesting. Sigil,
Yes.
how long will this bubble hold?
This will hold for another hour if I need to.
Do you have to be within it?
I do.
Oof. That's not good. Does it move with you?
He looks up at you. He just nods. Just my part is done.
Oh. Oh, no, mother. Lily gets down and whispers to him, do you think we can take him?
He looks up at you with like these worried eyes. He's like, I honestly have no idea. I'm worried about your mother. She is one of the 256.
She's strong.
If she's dead, the prophecy is too. If any of you are dead right now in this moment, the prophecy is too. I believe you should follow your gut instinct.
Is there a way for me to throw up that AoE sanctuary that I made?
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
So we should all follow our gut, or just Lily?
All of you.
Lily gathers everyone in, and I'm going to whisper and make a stealth check.
Yeah, you do not succeed. He has 23 passive perception, I will tell you that.
Yeah. Oh.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm going to cast that new version of Tiny Hat.
That's funny. Okay, you cast it. It does take a 4th level spell slot. It's an action to cast, so.
Yep. So 4th level spell slot is 6 points. Yep. All right. So now that he can't hear us, there is a trapdoor right there, and Lily points to it.
Trapdoor, you say?
Yes. No idea where it goes. I think Sigil does.
Should one of us try to get to it before he does?
It's a portal.
Does he know about it?
No.
Portal to where?
Can you destroy it before he gets to it?
I can.
Can you destroy it from the other side?
I can destroy it right now. I built it.
Do you think...
And out of character, that portal is it inside of our bubble or outside?
In the bubble.
Okay.
You technically could all go through a portal right now and leave. You could also ask Sigil to drop the bubble and fight. Those are essentially the two main options. If you have another creative option, throw it at me. But those are the two that I originally designed for.
Sigil,
Alright.
we have the opportunity to leave right now. He can't hear us. We just
Follow your gut.
Yeah.
I think we should fight him.
Do you think we
I
can
don't
take
know.
him?
I mean, there's 5 of us and 1 of him, but
He's literally like an ooze.
Oz pulls out Hefe's revenge, looks at the party, and says, "Only Oz can kill Oz."
Oh fuck!
And starts headed towards the thing that looks like Oz.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
This will be a.
I cast Holy Aura.
Okay, that's fine. You guys can. You're going to have a lot of time to prep because this will be a very. We're talking 2-hour-long fight. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the session here.
Oh gosh.
You should strategize. That's all I'm going to say. You should really talk about this throughout the rest of the week because this is going to be the hardest fight you've had so far. Like the Guardian kind of like this fight laughs at the Guardian.
Hey, Oz. I was going to throw bombs at him. Like,
Yeah,
we
I
could
got
literally, like, I think the tiny hut would protect us. We could literally just chuck all the bombs at him.
He
There's
can't enter the tiny hut.
Exactly. Throw bombs at him.
However, he did say that he is capable of breaking through magical barriers. Just that he's not quite strong enough to get through sigils. And
What?
sigils spell, I mean, I may have lied a little bit. His spell's a little bit beyond our casting ability.
What spell is it, and what exactly triggers it? Is it like Sanctuary, where if you do an aggressive action, it disappears? That's me asking, Sigil.
No. This is a magical barrier that prevents any entry or exit until I say so. This is the most powerful magic I have.
Lily, do you still have that dagger I gave you?
Yes.
Okay, and Sigil, could you make that dagger work again?
I believe so.
I also have one.
How long will that take you?
Minutes. If it's a functional dagger.
Mine hasn't been
Well.
used.
If you have one that hasn't been used, when you say that, he's like, I can make that work.
I hand it to him.
Hand me the other one. He takes the dagger and he bites his finger a little bit. And there's some blood, and he runs the blood down the edge of the blade. No, not the edge, but the flat of the blade. And he just draws 3 little marks. They're very simple. And then the dagger lights up, and the runes go along the side of it.
All right.
Hands it back.
I think we should save that as a...
Last resort.
Yeah.
I'm for that. But at least it gets him away from us. But at the same time, letting him leave here, knowing exactly where the temple is.
I'm going to warn you. If you die here, that's it. There is no going forward. Out of character, I will say, if you TPK on this fight, that is the end of the campaign.
Oh boy.
Big honkin' oof.
Yep.
What
TPK on this fight, he has everything he needs to open the temple, and he knows exactly where it is. There is no way any future characters can stop him.
Oh my lord.
Big honkin' oof.
We can still use the portal.
You can if you choose to. I am trying to be super fair to you. This guy is nothing to fuck with. I think you could potentially beat him. I'm not going to say you can't, but he is CR 24.
Oh god.
I mean...
Maybe we should save and level up, guys.
It's up to you.
Let's come back to this.
Let's just go grind.
This is gonna be some crazy shit. Like you have just walked into hell, so I'm excited. Like, if you want to go, let's go.
Can we load from an earlier save point? Is that a thing?
I'm just trying to be super fair because it wouldn't make any sense to continue the campaign after this if you died. But I do think you could potentially beat him.
All right.
Okay.
So
I was gonna do this before. Go ahead, Lily.
Well, what I'm thinking is he doesn't know about this portal, so we've got two ways to get out of this.
And we could also throw the daggers, our weapons. Luna can grab them and get away with them. If something happens, I can also tell Jeff and Shadowscale to get them away. Get them to my mother, someone. Shadowscale won't live but a few hours after I die.
Is Tiny Hut like, did we cast Tiny Hut over the top of the portal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I Allocator, I vote that we seriously leave, because oh gosh. Like, I want to fight him, but I also don't want to lose.
It's up to y'all. I think you can beat him. It will be one of the hardest fights you have ever experienced in D&D.
Can he drop one of the barriers on two different people without dismissing the entire thing?
He only needs to drop the barrier on one.
No, I'm asking this for a specific reason.
No, once he drops the barrier, it's gone.
I was gonna try this before. I need to talk to the entity.
Okay.
I don't know how prideful he is, but if he's anything,
he's super cocky.
Cool.
Like, to give you an example of his personality, you're talking to Handsome Jack right now from Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yep, got it. Okay. Oz approaches like the edge of the barrier there and kind of just looks, at himself essentially.
Mm-hmm. It's like looking in a mirror. It's weird.
He looks at him and he says, what if I fight you?
Like you and me? Like Ozo
you and me. Yep. The rule is only Oz can kill Oz.
Huh. I guess that's probably true. I don't know. You sort it out yourself. If you wanna have a little one-on-one, I think it'd be pretty cool. Two dudes like us dancing back and forth, look exactly like each other. Hell.
Just you and me.
Just you and me?
They get to leave.
It's up to you, man.
I need your word that if it's just you and me, the rest of them get to leave.
How are they going to leave? I don't think they're going to go anywhere.
You have to let them leave.
And why would I do that?
I feel like you're a man of honor.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on,
Big
Oz.
money, boys. Big money.
Come on.
I'm very nervous right now.
You got it.
Oof.
Oh,
Big oof.
Big honkin' oof.
Sigil is gonna portent that with a 19. That's a 20. Sigil is a divination wizard. He kind of leans forward. You people are so weird. You know that, right? Like, nothing you do is logical. Not a single bit of it. It's the most interesting thing to me. I'm really going to be sad when there's no more organic beings left in the universe. I will tell you that. It's going to be a very depressing time for me. I would really be genuine about it if I had emotions. Yeah, sure. Let's do this thing. Let's fight. You know, Azo e Azo, just me and you. I like it.
Okay, well,
I tell you what. I'll let your friends go.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let your friends go. But only if you win. If you lose, I'm going to turn around and chase them.
Well, if I win, then you'll be dead.
Exactly. So I feel like these are fair conditions. I feel like this is the logical outcome.
I don't see...
Your friends can run while we're
no
fighting.
reason to just...
Uh-oh.
Every time he has an important moment, it...
I know, right?
Faceplant.
This is like Oz's episode. I'm so sad. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So...
Yeah.
Then at least give me the opportunity to say goodbye to them before we start our fight, because I may not have a chance to afterwards.
Of course. You've got about 63 minutes 48 seconds before you die.
We're eaten alive.
Yeah, that. Nanites will reach your brain about that time. Once that happens, it's actually not too painful. You just kind of stop, living.
Yeah, that's happened a time or two. I'm not really worried about that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. See, this is the part of magic that I don't get.
I have a
Give
question.
me...
Yeah.
Yes.
Out of character. This room blocks magic.
Yes.
What if I cast the Temple of the Gods inside of this room?
Then you've created a demi-plane within the room.
Could I then contact my god?
It's a demi-plane, so I'm going to say yes. It's an interesting loophole. It's clever. And it's technically within the rule set of this room. This room does not allow any magic to enter or exit it. Period. This room is literally almost as powerful as Mistress Veil in terms of its ability to block magic. However, demi-planes and plane shifting, stuff like that, they kind of bypass that whole thing. So yeah, sure.
I could have plane shifted us out.
Okay. Lily drops a tiny hut. I have an idea.
I hope it's a good one.
I think it is. What's the cast time on this? How much time did he say we had?
63 minutes 48 seconds, and that was about a minute and 12 seconds ago.
Oof. So, does this kill us if you're not around?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're gonna do their thing. They just kind of exist, I don't order them around. They have their own mind. They're built to do one thing, and they do it pretty great.
Gotcha. Alright, so here's the thing. I have a plan that could work. It will take me an hour to cast it, though.
Man, that's kind of exciting.
Holy fucking shit. I'm gonna shit myself if this is your plan. This is amazing.
I want to walk up behind Lily and put my hand on her head. I can shorten that for you, I think.
Do you have Quicken Spell?
I think I do.
Do you have Quicken Spell on Eve?
Pretty sure I do. 1 second. It should be meta magic. I have Quicken Spell.
I'll let you try. But I'm emphasis on the word try.
I can try and shorten it.
Do we want to try this?
I have no idea. This is going to get us killed regardless.
Can't die here.
Well, if we leave, we die anyway. I think I can get rid of this.
You've dropped the tiny head at this point, right?
Yes.
Ethelos leans forward and he's like, I'm curious now. I mean, if you got some kind of weird trick up your sleeve, I like to learn. I'm good at learning. Really good at it. What you got?
Is everyone alright with this?
Oh, I'm about to see a fireworks show. We're going to get some magic tricks. He leans back in the chair. He flips the chair back around and leans back in it, crosses his legs. Well, come on. Show me.
Oz?
Yeah. Is there any other way that we live?
So... I mean... Yes. However, I think this would give us an advantage against him.
How much of an advantage?
A pretty large one.
Like, are we talking like...
We wouldn't have these nanites, or these little machines that he mentioned crossing through us.
So our percentage of winning would go from, what, 0 to 20?
We'd have more time.
We would have a lot more time.
And I guess time needs to be our ally.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't even care for music, do ya?
Well,
So what are you guys doing? I'm bored now.
Oz, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have an idea.
Do what you need to do, and I'll do what I have to do. But I'm gonna need you to hold on to a few things.
Yep.
I need you to do a few things for me as well.
Alright, Lily sits down and looks up at Eve. Yeah, let's try this.
Okay.
She's gonna cast guidance on herself. Is this concentration? Do I have this prepared? I do not. Rip. Alright.
We took a long rest at least once.
Yeah, but I don't have it prepared right now. So, yeah, she's gonna cast guidance on herself. Will I have to make a check, or will we both have to?
You don't have to make a check. You're just casting the spell. Eve's gonna have to make a check, and she's gonna have to spend all of her sorcery points.
All right, I'm gonna guidance Eve then.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to use all my sorcery points. Oh,
Every one of them.
Oh fuck. All right.
Yep.
It'll be worth it.
Depending on the check, you might still fail.
All right. Well, let's do this. Lily's gonna start casting Temple of the Gods, so that it fits within this bubble.
Okay. Eve, roll me an Arcana check.
You have guidance too.
Okay. What is your Charisma modifier?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So 17 plus 6 is what? 23? 23.
+3.
You sit down, Lily. You begin casting this, and Eve is now like, she's got you by both of your wrists, and she's just pouring magic into you right now. You have managed to shorten it, the casting time, by 15 minutes. He watches you as you're doing this. Oz, what are you doing as this is casting? This is a 45-minute cast time, so...
Well, Oz is going to be changing into his old plate mail.
Okay.
Which he still has.
Yep.
He lays his plate mail, or like the armor he had on, along with Ein, on the ground next to Lily. Along with the note. Actually, no, I never took the note back from her of what happens, what to do if Oz dies.
You did actually take it back.
Yeah, well, then it's like, I thought I gave it back to you. I'm not sure.
The necklace that he wants. Cough.
Oh, trust me, I have plans for that. Yeah, the necklace, the one that Chandako was also there.
Okay.
And, let's see, the armor. Ein is there. Let's see. Yeah, and I guess that'll be what Oz does up until the casting is done, because he needs for that to be done to finish what he's doing.
Okay. And
all right,
does everything go into the bag of holding once I'm done helping her?
Yes.
So, as Lily's doing the finishing the cast, once this is done, I need everybody to hold still and stand in this.
Necklaces.
And I guess she finishes.
He's over there like
Oz,
sweet dreams.
Oz takes off the necklace that Jurgal gave him.
Oh shit.
And lays it also on, or he gives that to Eve also.
Oh my god, I know what you're about to do. Holy fuck, you're a genius. What the shit?
Eve kind of looks at it for a second and kind of just like puts it down between her breasts. Like, alright, that goes somewhere very personal. Lovely.
Steven, I fucking love you, man. This is great. This is great. Alright, let's go.
You're not keeping Ein, right?
No, Ein is going with you guys.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ein, be a good boy and go into the back.
I don't...
Because I know they can reject it.
Okay, he's in the bag.
So...
Holy fucking...
Let's see, the armor, the necklace, Ein, and what else?
His Oz's bag. He takes out the two wildfires, and
is the wildfire mixed with alchemist fire?
Yeah, the wildfires. Yeah. Yeah, he takes both of those out, and
bag.
And pretty much he's just got his armor, the two wildfires, and Hefe's revenge is all he has right now.
Okay.
You keeping Hefe's?
Yep.
Okay.
I give him my +1 shield. Can always get a new one.
Eve.
What?
Give me that necklace.
Which one?
The one he just gave you.
Do you want it?
Yes.
I take it out of my... There you go.
Okay. Oh, Lily's just... She grabs it with her mouth as she finishes casting.
Okay. The cast finished. The temple appears directly in front of you. A door to it. Mist billowing out.
All right.
Sigil looks. I see what we're doing now.
No. I don't think any of you do.
Oh. Are we not fleeing into here?
No.
Oh.
I mean, could, but no.
Yeah. No, you are.
No. I needed some way to contact a certain someone.
He, Ethelos reaches out and he extends one arm, and you see his arm turn into this large clock. He looks at it and goes, "Oh, you guys are getting low on time here. Huh, I'm bored. You'd think if you'd lived a couple of 1,000,000,000 years, maybe, I don't know, something like that, you'd experience the passage of time a little different than other people, but really it's just all shit."
Yeah, it is. So, listen, everyone. I need you all to step into the portal real quick. See if this is possible. Sigil, if you can't enter this without the barrier dropping, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Stay here then.
I will.
Oz, before you do anything rash, because I know what you're planning, and Lily actually takes the necklace and puts it on. Let me try something first. And she ushers everyone into the portal. Like,
Which portal?
The second the portal to the Temple of the Gods opens, Ethelos snaps his fingers, and you watch Sigil drop dead.
Oh.
The barrier
no.
disappears immediately, and that is where we're actually ending this fucking session.
He has
snap.
Death Ward, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Sigil does?
Yep.
Yeah, I cast it on everyone.
I don't know if Death Ward would. I don't know if Death Ward would
Oz
save him.
Oz wouldn't have gone through the portal.
Okay. I don't know if Death Ward would save him from this. Can't think of a feasible way for Death Ward to do this, because he would die again instantaneously the second he got brought back at 1 HP. He just had his brain completely consumed. I don't really know if there's a way out from that, except for like regeneration or true resurrection or some shit.
Oof.
Sigil's been a buddy of mine for a while, and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Oh gosh.
He's been around Sigil for a long time. Yeah.
So
I'm
then what
sorry.
happened to my sending?
What do you mean?
The sending I sent to Val.
Which one?
I sent her one early on.
Was it inside the? Was it inside the?
It was inside CandleKeep.
Right, but it wasn't. It was before you went into the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There would have been no reply.
Okay, so I didn't really hear anything after I said Oz wouldn't go through the portal.
Oh. Everybody started going through the portal. Ethelos snapped his fingers and Sigil died. The barrier dropped.
Cool. So it's just Oz and Ethelos in there.
Well, there's some people like haven't made it completely through the portal yet, but pretty much.
The party made it through, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
What?
Good.
So what I want to do is I want to, since I'm in this Temple of the Gods, contact Saloon.
Yeah.
And ask her if she can remove these nanites, or if she knows.
Yeah, I figured that's probably what your plan was.
Yeah.
I think I know what all of your plans are at this point, and I think it's I think this might work.
I gave Oz my +1 shield, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't think you know what my other plan is.
I think I might.
My other
It's
plan
pretty evil.
was to reduce shadow scale and fly up and drop all those bombs on his head. I still have 10 in my inventory.
I think this will probably be the most evil thing Lily does.
We'll get him
Oh,
later.
no,
I
know what that plan is.
I gave Groen a regeneration.
I knew what that plan was the second you asked for the necklace.
Yeah.
We can fix
Yeah.
that.
No, you can't fix that. If Lily's gonna do what I think she's gonna do with that thing, you cannot.
Oh, that's not gonna.
What do you think I'm going to do?
I'm not going to say.
Hey guys, Oz's soul is in that necklace.
I know.
So
I know. It's not going to hurt Oz.
It is going to hurt a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, if we were still using alignment and Lily did that, that would be an automatic lawful evil shift from whatever alignment you were before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It,
2.5 million souls is a lot of energy.
mm-hmm.
This is about to get crazy. All right, we will open up next session with some combat.
Okay.
Oh boy.